Hello everyone, welcome to RRC Gold for Friday Night Racing, and we are here at the beautiful Interlagos circuit, which means between the lakes, I think anyway, that's what I'm led to believe anyway, but you know, I'm led to believe a lot of things, and I'm quite a gullible person, so hopefully that's not the case this time around. Yeah, but Interlagos, between the lakes, and we're here in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the best, I would say one of the best races of the season, isn't it? It's up there with Japan, it's up there with Spa, it's up there with Italy, isn't it? And brilliant stuff indeed. And I've got the wrong map on as well. I've got a Haas out there straight away then. My goodness me, they're really on it today, aren't they? Really good stuff indeed then, of course. Then we had some great action in Azerbaijan just over a week ago, didn't we? Brilliant stuff indeed, it really was. As you can see then, we got, wow, my goodness me then. I reckon there's rain on the horizon because they're all out straight away. They're on it like Sonic, on it like a car bonnet and all that kind of jazz. Absolutely incredible stuff here. And RRC, of course, new here this week in RRC, so yeah, really going forward, isn't it? In this part of the sim racing, isn't it? Good stuff indeed. Then let me just hang on one second as I am trying to find the. I'm really bad at this Discord stuff. I really am. I need to really learn about how to use it a bit better, don't I? Absolutely appalling stuff. But anyway, there we go. And away we shall go then. So yeah, then as we've already got two live chats there as well. Jonathan Cox, good evening, John. Good evening, Johnny boy. And Jonathan is saying a dry race and qualifying. Oh, so maybe the guys are just really I'm not sure, they might have ants in their pants then perhaps. That's why they're out so quickly. Here comes car 9. It is Ross, and Ross the boss as he's coming up to the DRS line as well. Two DRS zones around here. There is one on the start finish straight, and also one in the on the back straight down from 3 and into 4 as well. On board with Ross then, as he is in the Haas at the moment. Then a lovely shot indeed then from car 9 as well. He has stolen Ericsson's number there. My goodness me, is that Ericsson? Or it was Ericsson, wasn't it? He's coming down the back straight as well, into Lake Descent then as well, before getting on the power as well. And look at that beautiful sunshine around Brazil, which is well, is what you expect really, isn't it? Of course, samba season, isn't it, here in Brazil, with brilliant stuff indeed. Then I think it's a good opportunity for me to go through the drivers, and and Ross are getting a bit of a good old oh goodness me then. I think he's steering from the back wheels, isn't he? Looks like he's somehow driving my shopping trolley tomorrow. That is oh goodness me, that's an awful lot of lock there on the Haas there. Goodness gracious me. But as he comes out of the horse sorry, the Ducks build then, before come down to Magulio, before into Juncal then. Ross might have to have another crack at this, I reckon, because he's had a very adventurous lap, hasn't he? I think Colin McRae will be happy with some of the overseries out there. My goodness me, there really giving it some welly, isn't he? DRS right on the bubble there, and here he comes up to the line, and he's done a 13 so far there, an early 13 as well from Ross. Good stuff indeed. Then we got Ferrari, it's just behind him, I think it's Ollie, who is just starting this lap. I think he has said. We've also got Tai Chi, who has gone fastest, and he is a couple of seconds in front of Ross at the moment. But remember, Ross, I think, has got more got more in the bag, isn't he? Here comes Games Car 21, my favourite number, and also maybe my favourite driver as well. Oh, and just as I say that's what you get for complimenting someone. That's why I shouldn't compliment anyone, really, is that Games there is just at the wall. My goodness me, then there's not a lot of grip out there at the moment. So here comes Andreas, who has gotten up into 8. It's gone into an 8 there. Good stuff indeed there from the Renault driver indeed. Then as he is just as he's just coming back into the pits. Well, as I have a look around, here comes Granty there on a mission there, isn't he? And he has got of course he has a new helmet, doesn't he, which he did point out. Oh, he's invited this time, Granty is. And I think he was a bit too cute in that second corner, wasn't he? Perhaps he needs to open the steering wheel a bit more there, didn't he, Granty there? Maybe you should learn a thing or two from myself. Here comes Energetics, who is in second position there for the McLaren. Brilliant stuff indeed. We've also got another Haas there, who is coming up to the line again. Ross, much better indeed there. Look at that, 3 seconds he gained there. It was a lot of there was a lot of action on the steering, and I think he's going on to the old circuit there, isn't it? Of course, the old circuit used to go all the way around the new circuit, didn't it? Here comes Samuel coming out of turn 3 there. Good stuff indeed there from the Ferrari driver. Brilliant. We've also got Granty there, who's invalidated this time, so we'll ignore Granty for now. We'll come back to him in a minute then, so we'll leave Granty to do its thing. We'll also leave Indigo, and also I think it was 00 as well out there as well. Let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Whilst we're just watching at Samuel, once again, and I've also lost. I really need to sort myself out with this Discord, don't I? As Oh goodness me, I'm absolutely appalled with myself. Yeah, so I'm just having a quick look for the drivers, and I'm in the Saturday night race then. That's right. Oh goodness me. Oh, Sean, what are you doing? Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's an Alfa Romeo who is just cruising at the moment. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I think it might be, is that Indigo, possibly, but we're going to keep an eye on Sam. There's the standards, and I have finally got there. It's only taken me 6 minutes of this session to just even find the standings. So yeah, appalling stuff. Here comes Sam. That's not appalling at all from Samuel. That's a cracking time now for car 19. Brilliant stuff, and I love that helmet as well. A lovely bit of helmet design now from Sam there. A bit of I think that's got a bit of white, and he's also got a red top on there as well. Stunning stuff. Then we've got LP then, who is coming in the pit. So you can see we've got a bit of a mini chicane now. 00 there. If I just missed this, LP's gone fantastically well on 8.449. Good stuff indeed there from Indigo. Cracking stuff indeed. We're on board. Sorry, from 00. Here comes Indigo now, and he is 10 fast at the moment. He's done a 21 there, which is around about the time I could do around here. So I'm quite pleased to be on the par with Indigo. Good stuff. Here comes Granty coming up to the line. So you can see he's hugging the inside there. Granty is, and he has gone faster still. Technically, that's a quarter cut in my opinion, because you ain't allowed to go over the pit lane there for Granty. So in my opinion, that needs to be struck off there. Of course, I'm all about the banter. I talk about banter. Here comes Nosey, car 95 there. Lovely bit of sheen there. Lovely matte finish there from the Red Bull driver of Nosey then, and it's great to see Nosey in the car, isn't it? Because I think that he's a very good driver as well, isn't he? But at the moment there, he's on the hard tires, that Nosey is. So he is not. We're not going to see some out and out pace at the moment from the Red Bull driver. He is just trying to learn the track, just trying to dip his toe in the water, so to speak, isn't he? And just see how the water feels at the moment. While I think that Nosey is now he is staying out as well, Nosey. So we'll keep an eye on him as well. Here comes the British Italian driver who's second in the championship at the moment, and Jonathan Cox then coming up to the line. Then of course Jonathan's had a very difficult time with all what's going on, and Bully is still putting in some very good, very honest performances there, isn't he, from the Toro Rosso? Good stuff indeed there. Indigo has gone fastest now, so that's more better from Indigo. 8 there, brilliant stuff indeed there. Good stuff actually. That was fantastic, fantastic time as well. He's coming to get you there. Is just about his time now. I think games just started his lap as well. So we got yellow flags there. It's one of the Toro Rosso guys to just get out of the way there. I think we've got a Mercedes just starting his lap as well. I think it is no, it ain't a Mercedes at all. My goodness me, I am completely on the wrong part of the track. I think it's Grant actually. That's a Ferrari. That's a Ferrari who's gone wide then. No, I think it's Sam there just having I wonder if he was having just a oh goodness me, and that's a Toro Rosso there going right off the track there. Remember that used to be gravel there, didn't it? Before they decided to tarmac everything. There's car parks all around the modern tracks now. Of course this is not modern at all. It's a cracking track, isn't it? It's a bit of a bowl, isn't it? Similar to Hungary really. I think you stand on the edge of the paddock there, can't you, just above where the pit exit is, and you can see the whole track. It's absolutely a stunning place to visit, isn't it? Of course, though that not because of the police are coming to get me, probably because of my bad vocabulary. Here comes Dan Murphy there, as he is the championship leader, and we're on board. Dan, I think I mentioned this I haven't mentioned this for a while, but Dan does have a lovely helmet, doesn't he? Yeah, really love it. Look, a bit of dark blue and a bit of black there as well. Good stuff indeed. Whilst we're on board, Dan, this is a good opportunity to talk about the championship standing, shall we? After round 13 in Baku, Mercedes is leading by 148 points then, and then it's all square from second and third there. Toro Rosso second with Racing Point in third. Alpha in fourth position. That's Alfa Romeo, that is. Renault in fifth. Haas in sixth. Williams seventh. Ferrari, McLaren in ninth. And Red Bull is in 10th position. Remember, the constructors is counted for both gold and silver. And silver is being streamed on Ninja Penguin's channel. Purple for Sector 2 there for Daniel. Good stuff indeed there. Sorry, that's a bit more. I had a really nice tea today. Of course, I had a bit of fish and chips there. I also had a big old chicken as well, which I'm probably not going to have that again. It wasn't as nice really. I think I'm just 12 fast at the moment. That's not a good time at all there from Dan there. If you don't mind me saying, he probably does, but I need to point out anyway. But his LP then is in the Alfa Romeo, and it's good to see LP back in racing, isn't it? So of course he's had a couple of weeks out, and he is a unsung hero. LP is, so fantastic stuff to see LP back in the car after all this fantastic work he's done over the past couple of weeks as being a key worker. So brilliant stuff indeed then for LP, and it's great to see him back in the car as well. So hats off to LP, and I would give him a round of applause, but unfortunately it probably sounds awful on the old stream now. So as Indigo goes fast still, my goodness me, Indigo is really up for this one tonight. He's done 5 laps on those soft tires. But going to LP, absolutely fantastic stuff he's done for. He's done a brilliant key worker indeed. Then so hats off to LP. And yep, I can't say anything more really because words fail me at this stage. And here comes Noble as he is now coming up the hill, and he is now going on to the start finish straight now, and he has done a 10th fastest amount, a 9.5 from the Renault driver. Good stuff indeed. And LP is 7th, second up. Then is here comes Brandon. He goes up into 10th fastest amount there. Brandon is. We've also got Exile as well. Then as he is just coming into the second sector as well. We've also got we've got our big old Nigel out there as well. Good stuff indeed. In the Drivers' Championship, Dan Murphy leads now by 65 points from Jonathan in second position, Andreas in third, Fisher fourth, Brandon in fifth position, Exile sixth, Hunter seventh for Grant eighth, Indigo ninth, and Ollie is in 10th position, and that's good stuff indeed then. And in the Constructors and in the Silver Championship as well, we've got that guy Alex who is leading by 49 points from Dragon, Reina third, Apex fourth, Puppy Stead fifth and sixth, Neville seventh, Liam D eighth, Martin ninth, and Super Steve is in 10th position then. Good stuff indeed then. So yeah, I've figured to that. It's only taken me almost all of the almost all of Q1 there, so absolutely good stuff by me. Yep, once again, as we got Q in the Ferrari team now at the moment is Sam and Ollie there are just getting in each other's way, so to speak. LP there, I think he had a bit of a problem in the second sector there, didn't he? So he's going to have to get out again then. As Brandon said, evening Sean, good evening Brandon, hope you're well. Nigel goes out to full fastest, beautiful stuff there from the Red Bull driver. Hunter is still in the pits at the moment, as I wonder if Hunter's gone on to get some monster, as that is Williams there just got off the track. Now we've also got 00 then, who is retired from the session then. Yeah, because I think Hunter might pop to the shop to get some monster. Luckily for me, I have now got unlucky for me, I've only got 1 monster left. That's the downside about this lockdown, is that I've absolutely become very addicted to energy drinks, which is not good at all, is it? So yeah, I do need a lot of energy. I think I need one just to get up in the morning. There's no more coffee for me anymore. 2 seconds up then. LPA, that's good stuff, and this is the second lap then. Remember, the Indigo and Grant have done 4 and 5 laps respectively on those soft tires, haven't they? So absolutely fantastic stuff. There's more time in the bag then. It's LPE then coming up to the line now, and let's see what he can do. He goes 14 fastest moment there for the Alfa Romeo. Good stuff indeed then. 5 minutes to go in this session. Noble's invalidated this time. He has dropped back down to 50th position. We've got Clouds coming as well. Remember, Jonathan there, who's my Ted Crouch in the pit lane, said there was going to be a dry race and a dry quali at the moment. But but remember that the weather forecasters are not always right, are they? It's a bit like real life. So I'm told the weather is absolutely miserable today in the old UK, wasn't it? Goodness me, I got absolutely drenched. Jonathan has just moved. Jonathan, he's just moved out to 4th position. Good stuff indeed there. A 10th for a second improvement there. Brilliant stuff from the British Italian driver. As Indigo is just gone pole position, and he's fast at the moment there, isn't he? But unfortunately for Indigo, he's got another 2 sessions to go, hasn't he, before he can claim that pole position? Or if oh my goodness me, that's what it is. You can see it's a very tight pit lane here in Brazil, isn't it? As that Renault almost took out some of the Red Bull mechanics there, didn't it? Games, it's 2/10 of a second up there in the moment in the racing point. Getting a bit squirrely then, coming out of Young Cal then the junction, now powering up the hill then as and the coming up the hill then his Indigo is wait, it's full quality. Opoo. We've got to keep it PC, don't we? As games there is improved to 16 fastest mode now. He's a 10th for a second off Noble. Noble is currently currently feeling a bit. Oh goodness me, he does a great drift there from Games. Hopefully he caves out all that's beautiful car control there from Games there. Not to oh goodness me, I'm going to help the diffuse at all, is that? And good parking there from Games there. Brilliant stuff indeed. As you can see there, don't go on that curve too much there, because that's quite a raised curve there. Is it? Oh my goodness gracious me, as he was also getting a bit squirrely. Now there's Hunter just in front, just behind him as well, as the tires are screaming there on Games there. He has to be careful, doesn't he? At the moment it's just under 4 minutes to go in this session, and it's oh lovely, he's just gone over top of me there. Finally someone's trimmed the mullet on my head at the moment there, so I desperately need a hairdresser. So hopefully Games won't be available. Unfortunately though, Games there is down in 7th position now. Is that Knowlesy is now on the cusp as well. Knowlesy's invalidated his time. Knowlesy has I think coming to get you, just moved over to 13th position. He has indeed there. there from the race support driver. Nosey is down in the drop zone. LPE is just, oh, he's out of fuel. He's out of fuel. He's only got 3 minutes to go in this session. Nosey needs to have another crack. Then Games also out there as well. Ross is in the pit lane at the moment there, and I think Ross might need to think about coming out. Noble's out as well, and it's going to be very intense indeed then, is there? Oh, I'm loving this. I drove Cox to retire from the session. He thinks he's safe then, and I would hazard a guess that he is safe, isn't he? That man's not safe at the moment, and that is that Nosey. Noble is also out as well. Hunter is starting us up now then, so let's go. Let's watch Hunter, shall we? In the McLaren Renault, as Tai Chi has retired from the session. Here comes the McLaren, and coming out of turn 2, the center S, and lovely shot there from the McLaren there, and I think he's actually got 98 on his car. Hunter has, maybe he's had that for a couple of weeks, if I've only just noticed, probably. He's gone purple, and this is the first touch today. Good stuff indeed there from Hunter. There's a Toro Rosso gone off the track. Just coming up to the Ducks build, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, I think that should be okay. I think it's Tai Chi then. Lovely with the shoulder shot as well then from Hunter then. And you can see that, of course, got a target on his helmet then. Of course, this man is usually a target for the opposition, isn't he? Because he is usually more or less in the top 10. And usually a man that is really, is always at the sharp end of the field, isn't he? He comes out of the Ducks build as well before coming down to Magulio. Then you can see the dive. Brilliant stuff indeed then before. Now rising back up the hill for the long blast now to the start finish there. You're going to be on the power now. All the way up is coming to get his retire from the session as well then, as they're drumming like flies, but that's cool. They think they're safe then. I got to say, coming to get you, Energetics is also feeling safe as well. There's half a second. Hunter's got 12th position. Sam is very much on the cusp now as well. Noble's also on the cusp. Noble's in final this time. Where's Nosey? Nosey's back in the pits then, as I'm wondering then if hopefully can he get back out. He's only got 1 minute and 3/4 of a second to go then for Nosey. Here comes Sam coming to the hill now. 2/10 of a second is improvement. Where is that going to pull him? That will pull him in front of coming to get you then. Goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Sam taking a lot of curb, hasn't he? He's up to the line now. The floor driver's more very close there. And let's see what he can do. Sam is... Oh no, he's lost a 10th of a second coming to the hill. Ross is retired from the session then. And Sam is still 5th moment. Has he got any more in the has got any more in the tank? And that's the question as well. LP is back on track as well. No, he is in the wall. Oh goodness me. He ain't gonna appreciate that because I just caught him there, and he's also parking the wrong way. And oh my goodness me, then it's the Retinal there having to take a face of action now. 600 second up there. It's a Noble at the moment. It's Nosey there. It's lost the nose cone there. He's retired from the session then, and here comes Noble. He's probably lost a bit of time now, hasn't he? On the of course taking a face of action, and Nosey down in 17th position as it stands at the moment, as Noble there is just coming through the twisty technical sector as well, and before accelerating away. Car 13, Noble is of course the only man I remember having the number 13 is Pasta Maldonado, and of course Noble is definitely not a Maldonado of course there, and I mean that, I definitely mean that in a good way. Of course Maldonado is famous for all the shenanigans he got up to, like looking down the steering wheel in spitted off randomly at one of the most pathetic spins you'll ever see. And also he crashed in the pit lane as well. Of course my big hero Hamilton did as well, but let's not mention that, shall we? Here comes Noble coming to line. He's into 15th for this then. Sam is going again. There were 7 seconds to go then. Sam is going to have an almighty 10th of a second of LP. Oh, that's a car off. That's not LP. We're carrying on this one, the Alfa Romeos then. Games here is also on track, man. Wow, look at him flying through turn 6 then. We've also got LP. Indigo's retired from the session. Sam is 6 seconds down. No, he's 10th of a second up then. We got LP on track as well. We've also got Games also on track, and here comes Disaster Friday then, who was just pulled off the side of the track as Noble's retired from the session as well. He is on the cusp then. Is anyone going to spawn? Noble's day. Ross is 20 for the road. Knowles is 18 for the road. Where's Games going to be? Where's LP? Where's Sam going to be? This is going to be the question as well. Getting very square then before cut off over you. Carl 2/10 of a second up then. Here he comes up to the line now as well, and you're not taking too much cover. There's also Games as well now. Games is off. Games is in the Games it's in the grass, and he's gone cross country. That's it for Games, and he's out qualifying as well. Here comes RPE. He is still 17th, 2/10 of a second in the end. What about Sam? Sam is 2/10 of a second up. That is enough. That's enough to pull him through then into qualifying 2 for Sam. And in the Ferrari, then he is coming up to the line. That's it. Validating there for Sam. Oh goodness me, would that have been enough? No, I don't think it would. He's really losing a lot of time up that hill, isn't he, Sam? I wonder if he's got a bit much too much downforce on there. So that is our first well, that's our first round of qualifying done and dusted then, isn't it? Well, goodness gracious me. Well, let's take a look then. So I'm just quickly... Oh, sorry, I got sweat in my eye. Gosh. Well, I've been on there for 20 minutes. I've got sweat. And, oh gosh, I've also run out of Monster as well. It feels like we're sponsored by Monster, doesn't it? I keep plugging them, don't I? Perhaps one day they will. Unfortunately, for Sam, LP, Nosey, Games, and Ross, they are all out of qualifying. And that's a shame then. As Indigo just said, a 93-1-2. Indeed it is. Of course, we've got two car 93s. We got Indigo 93 and Granty 93 as well. So yeah, it's a good stuff indeed there from both the 93 cars. Very much up there, isn't they? And unfortunately, my phone is just turned itself off there, isn't it? Damn Samsung. There we go, much better. Anyway, yeah. So unfortunately, we have lost those 5 drivers then, and that was a frantic end there. And Granty also said 1-2. Indeed it is there. Good stuff from the 93 car today. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. The most famous 93 drivers that I know of. So fantastic stuff indeed then. Let's just take a quick check to see who's retired, who is unfortunately dropped out. So Sam is out of qualifying, so is Games, so is Nosey, so is LP, and so is Sam, all out of qualifying. Sam up by the 100th of a second there. Would he have been able to got through there if he didn't validate his time? I think he would have done. So Noble there getting through by the skin of his nose, and good stuff indeed there from their Renault driver. Brandon just said, I like to say I'm sandbagging, but I'm not quite sure. Well, Brandon currently is in 10th position at the moment then, so I think he might have to get those sandbags out of the car and put them back on the beach or something. Right, we're going for qualifying 2 in just a few moments. By the way, do not go to the beach because of course we're all meant to be in lockdown, and the sooner everyone stays inside and all this virus stuff goes away, the better it will be, won't it? So yes, come and watch us, come and watch me come and watch me talk about all kinds of nonsense, and come and watch the RRC guys in action there, of course, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And Thursdays if Thursdays if anyone's bored. I've got a black screen at the moment. There's yeah. Oh, there we go. That's absolutely fantastic stuff. 2 screens I do get scared about. One of them is a black screen and the other one's the blue screen. So yeah, that's good stuff indeed then. So now we've got a much better screen. We're looking at the Interlagos pit lane here. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And there's a car right out there straight away. I think it's Jonathan Cox, I presume, in the Toro Rosso there, because Jonathan is usually the man who likes to get out there straight away, straight on it. And Jonathan is not a man to hang about. And indeed it is. I'm feeling lucky actually. I might do the lottery numbers there. But of course that is one prediction which I'm very confident of. As you can see, the car's now starting to come out of the garage then with 50 seconds into the session. Then as I lean forward, we've got Emerson saying no, Nosey is out there with yeah, I think Nosey just couldn't get just didn't have the break there, did he? I think that I think he might have been distracted there by some of my gifts that I sent to him on a regular occasion there, and perhaps it's my fault that he's out of qualified. So I'm going to be in his bad books once again. So yeah, almost like I am on a daily basis every time I play Call of Duty or Formula 1 or anything with him. Yeah, Nosey just doesn't seem to appreciate me very much because yeah, usually I'm usually the cause of all the misery that comes his way. So yeah, unfortunately, Nosey's out of qualifying. Then we've also got Lee Doran saying hi. We've also got Energetic saying hey, Liam. Man, we've also got Jonathan started up as well as he comes up the hill then before dropping down into the centre S now. Then you see we've got a British flag waving for Jonathan in the background now. So he's coming out the centre S then, and he's gone very wide into turn 3, but he's still within track limits. Lovely shot there from Jonathan. Jonathan does like his screenshots there. I would suggest there, take all the graphics from the outside and have that as your wallpaper. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Games is getting an error with joining every time then, and I'm hoping that Games get back in. Could someone throw Games an invite? That'd be absolutely fantastic stuff. I would try, but unfortunately spectators don't have that privilege really. I can kind of see why, because yeah, I could just be some randomer really, which indeed I am a randomer. Jonathan there coming out the pine tree there, coming into the Duxville as well, and he's on the medium compound tires, and I'm sure everyone wants to know why he's on the medium compound tires. Everyone at this stage of the weekend, or this stage of the event, wants to know what is going on then in this qualifying session. Is just looks down. Games has said that Indigo already did invite me, so that's not good at all then. So that's not good. We cannot lose Games. We want Games back in the session. We want him racing. So hope it's Jonathan's done a 9 there. Good stuff indeed then. So yeah, that's a McLaren who's oh goodness me, he's gone cross country. entry. Oh gosh, no! And that's a Ferrari had to take a race of action there, and I think that was Ollie, was it? It was the only Ferrari left, and that's also a Haas off the track as well. Oh goodness gracious me there. Energetics there is oh dear, as he is now in the junction there. Of course, you do have to signal left, don't you, when in normal junction. On this track, you don't really need to signal left, do you? As it's more of a race course. Well, 00 has gone at 0.3 of a second away from Jonathan at the moment. Jonathan's teammate Tai Chi going fastest at the moment. I was going to say fastest there. How wrong was I there? Is really predicting the future, which I really shouldn't be, should I? Games are still getting an error. That's unfortunate for games. If someone could out games out, that'd be fantastic stuff. It really would. Then it's it'd be interesting to know what area he's got. Indigo, he's gone faster still. My goodness me, he is well, he's not Indigo, he is purple today, because he's lining up the track purple, isn't he? He is he's triple purple there. Purple. Fantastic stuff from Indigo, and he's doing a cracking job at the moment, isn't he? Here comes I think he had to take a face action as well. So we got Hunter, who's in and out, shaking all about the moment, isn't he? What's going on for Hunter? Oh goodness me! Yeah, that's enough for me. Oh my gosh, I've just come over all queasy. As Energetics just said, restart the PlayStation. That's exactly what I would do. If a lot of things don't work, just switch it off and back on. That's how I live my life. Live my life and lead my life as well. As Ollie goes into full fast and good stuff on the Ferrari drive. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Excel's on track at the moment in the Williams area. He comes down into Lake Descent as well. He's done a very good first set there from Exile, and unfortunately Games has said he already has, so oh dear, we're definitely in a tight spot as well. If that fixes 95% of all the world problems, really, isn't it? So that is not good at all then, is it, for Games there? Games also cheering, let's go Indigo. Hopefully that error will clear up then, because we really wanted Games back in the session, don't we, of course, as potentially, even though he's out of qualifying one, that does not end your event, does it? That's the beauty about this online league racing, isn't it? Because just because you get knocked out of qualifying one, oh, is Exile there getting very squirrely? I thought he's going to go cross country there and going up the hill on the grass there, but he is now powering up the hill on the black stuff, on the tarmac, and let's see what he can do there. He has got a lot of deployment left in that Williams end, and here he goes, and look at the top right hand side, there is the time, 8, 9, and it's a 9 there, a 9, 4, 8, 9 there for Exile, and he moves out into 5th fast mode, and Noble's on track as well. He's just come through the first sector as well. Hunter has made an appearance, they're going a bit wide there, coming out of Lake Descent, and then they go powering up the hill, then out of turn 5 could be very perilous as well. As Indigo said, let's go Games as well then. A little bromance there in the old comment section as well. I love it. As also got Hunter there coming through the pine tree as well. Then you can see, then look at that car. It just wants to go on the outside there, doesn't it? It wants to spit you on the outside, but unfortunately, Hunter there's got it under control. And now as he cut, oh goodness me, then a bit of snap of oversteer there, isn't it, before coming down to the dive and before into the junction. Yellow flag is fluttering in too, because that's a Williams there. That's Williams. I think it's Exile just get out of the way there, and doing a very good job as well. Actually, it's a very narrow part of the track, isn't it? Hunter is just coming up behind his teammate Energetics. His Energetics is going to give him a bit of a tow here. I think they time that to perfection. Good stuff indeed there from Energetics, and he goes 6th fast at the moment. Doesn't help Hunter too much, does it? It's Hunter now just swoops on the outside. Good stuff indeed. Then Noble coming up to the line as well, and in the red there, he got through by the skin of his teeth, and now it's a new qualifying session. He's 6th fast at the moment on the medium compound tire. It's good stuff indeed for Noble. Here comes Brandon there in the 11th spot. Energetics has just started, but he's invalid his time, so we leave him to it for now. Brandon there is just coming down to the dive as well. At the moment, Indigo is the only man then on the soft tyres, and he got to intermediate tyres. Well, we might have. Of course, Jonathan said that we've got dry weather then throughout the whole of the qualifying session. We've got medium tyres for everyone, as for everyone apart from Tai Chi and Indigo, who are both on soft compound tyres at the moment. Why is that relevant? Well, it's relevant for two reasons. One reason is because, of course, the soft tyres are faster than the medium tyres in theory, and the other reason, of course, is if you qualify in the top 10, you must start on the tyre which you set your fastest time on as well. Nigel's just starting to stop. Murphy is also starting to stop as well. So we're going to keep an eye on Murphy, the championship leader, who has had an abomination by the looks of it. He's going to just let Andreas through then, and Andreas is through then in the Renault then, before coming up the hill and into the Ducks build then. Car 92, lovely stuff indeed then. Look at that lovely swoop in right-hander indeed then, before dropping down the hill again. It's like a roller coaster around here, isn't it? And Roland Keaton would love this track, wouldn't he? Coming out of the junction now then, before powering up the hill. Look at the yaw on that Renault there. Brilliant stuff, isn't it? Of course, the The back end is up in the air, isn't it? Really good stuff indeed there. And I'm trying to think of an analogy there, but all I'm going is down a dark path, so we leave that one to it for now. Andreas comes out to the line. He goes at second fast mode, right on it. He's the fastest of the medium compound runners by only by 200ths of a second there. As we got Indigo back out on the track as well. We've got Energetic starting as well. We've got Nigel also, and Murphy's advantage this time again. Daniel Hess, oh goodness me, the championship leader. It's once again finding himself on a very perilous road, isn't he? Here comes Nigel coming up to the line as well. Nigel is in fourth position at the moment. Good stuff indeed there from the Red Bull driver. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. And Energetic said, where is he? There he is. He is just coming down through the pine tree, I think it is. To be honest, I think sometimes I'll just make up these corners names, don't I? I'm sure I've heard him somewhere. Granty is on track at the moment, and Granty, with both Mercedes are actually in the drop zone now. 11th and 15th at the moment now, so I think they need to get a move on. Both those Mercedes drivers, which I'm sure they're doing. Dan, unfortunately, I think he's invalidated 2 laps now, hasn't he? He needs to, he really needs to start to get himself in the zone, doesn't he? Of course, the championship leader. Got his qualifying performances for Dan is probably not his strongest suit, is it? But my goodness me, but my goodness me, they're in the race form. He's absolutely fantastic. Grant, he's back in the pits, and he's had enough, and he's had enough, and he's come back in. We've also got Coming to Get You, who is not coming to get anyone at the moment, and that pun is never going to run out of me. So he's a bit slow in the second sector. Murphy's in the pits, then, and both Mercedes. I wonder if they're just maybe rethinking their strategy, perhaps. Then I would say that. Both those guys are very good, very talented Mercedes drivers, aren't they? I don't think they really need to revise their strategy, do they? Indigo's on track as well, and let's take a... Oh, he's gone wide! He's invalidated this time, Indigo has! And he's still on the soft tires, Indigo is there. And really, they're throwing just basically putting on the soft tires. They're really putting his hat in the ring there, or the what's it, the ball in your court? I don't know. As Energetics is not being very energetic around the circuit of the road, is he? Lovely I love this shot here from the side pod. Look at that. It's a work of art, these Formula 1 cars, aren't they? They really are. It's absolutely beautiful stuff indeed. Then he's coming out of the Ducks build as well. Car 96s. Indigo's just said my favourite comms is you, and with a love heart as well. Oh, thanks Indigo. Of course, I always read out any comments there, which of course is a positive, because yeah, I like it. Anyways, Taiji there. Oh, Taiji there is a lovely shot of the rear wing. That's absolutely beautiful shot of the rear wing. Coming to get you is now 4 times to set it up. He's got much. He's decided to really go for it this time. Remember, we've only got just under 5 minutes to go here, haven't we? As the back end was trying to overtake the front end there, wasn't it? Coming to get you. So Coming to get you. Lovely shot here, and we've got yellow flags fluttering. That's one of the Williams cars. It's one of the Williams cars. There's having a bit of trouble there. I think it is. It's the only Williams car on track which is 00 at the moment. And here comes Coming to get you. Then he comes up the hill as well. And you can see that beautiful stuff indeed. Then out of turn 14 as well. Turn 15, the final turn as well. At least a very unusual pit start line here, isn't it? It's Coming to get you. It's 13 fast at the moment. That's not enough to get through. Here comes Taiji. He's on 1.1 seconds. Brilliant stuff coming out of the junction before powering up the hill once again. And you can see that he's building up to 150, 160 miles an hour, 170. Then before touching the 100, look at this! It's incredible how much they spilled the speed coming that hill. Goodness me! As Taiji comes up, and he is second fastest. Not there. If I even tried walking up it, I'll probably just roll back down, and yeah, just unfortunately that'll be it for me, wouldn't it? Oh, Hunter there getting very squirrely as well. He's only 10th second up, Hunter is. Where's I going to put him? That was only pull him just in front. That wouldn't even put that would keep him behind Noble at the moment, will it? It'll improve his time, but that's about it then. Is he's coming up out of turn 40 as well, then over the shoulder here with Hunter then, and you can see then that's a cracking shot as well, as Hunter is only 12 fast at the moment. He's got 3 minutes to go then, so he's got to do double time the moment. Hunter didn't get back in. Granty there is right behind Hunter, coming to get his out track as well. Murphy is also decided to join the party as well. Oh, this is a party, isn't it? Granty then is down in 30 position. We've got 3 minutes to go there. He's trying to steal the toll there off Hunter, and Hunter there is not really obliging. Everything 7 tenths a second up though. It's Granty at the moment. Of course, you don't want to give your rivals any sorry, I took a breath at a really bad time. Yeah, as you don't want to give your rivals any like, oh, who's that just dropped gone up into? I think that was 00. Brilliant stuff indeed. You don't want to give your rivals any room for improvement, do you? Of course, it's every man, every driver, everyone for themselves, isn't it? Of course, unless it's the constructors, obviously, and then of course it's meant to be a team game, isn't it? It's very contradictory, isn't it? This sport is great. I love it. And coming down the dive as well. Oh, Granty much better from Granty this time around. 1.2 seconds up there on the on his previous best. I've got yellow flags fluttering in the second part of the circuit and the final part of the circuit. That's a racing point coming to get you. I think coming to get you. Has he got time now to come in, put on a new set of boots and get back out there? Granty goes second fast about there. Fortes second off Indigo. Indigo there is invalid. Someone's got to go again. Here comes Daniel as he's coming down the dive now. Where is he? Lovely shot there from the championship leader. Beautiful stuff. I think then before 5 seconds up Dan is in. So where's I going to put him then? If we estimate it, or more of a guesstimate rather than first. Coming to get you is done. He is out qualifying. What a shameful coming to get you. And he will start at the maximum 14th on the grid then. What a shame then. As now Murphy coming out to the line. From the Mercedes driver, is that going to be safe? Well, he's on the soft compound tires. Is anyone else going to put on the soft tires? No one has, hasn't he? In the Renault stuff, indeed, brilliant run the Renault stuff in the Renault drivers. Right, Exile's on the medium tires. He's sticking to his guns. Brandon's also on the medium tires as well. We've got outlap zone for Energetics. We've also got outlap zone for Jonathan Cox as well. Oh, this is going to get very tense indeed. We're keeping an eye on Brandon. Exile is just up the road as well, and Noble is in this as well. This is going to be very good indeed then, as my teammate from Saturday Night Racing there, LH44, has just commented as well. I don't think I'm in his good books at the moment, as I'm sure I caused the accident in Monza on Wednesday night. So I think I might go a bit quiet on this one. We've also got Games there saying, Jamie, I hope you will win, and hopefully I hope the Games gets back in this race in this session as well. Then, so hopefully that error clears up then, because technology can be a weird and wonderful thing, can it? And look at us flying through the curves as well. Then before coming up the hill, then he's on DRS, and he is coming up to the finish line now. Where is Exile going to come? When is he going to come? He is now fast at the moment. Tai Chi is retired from the session. And Jonathan, I think, is that Jonathan? No, it's an Alfa Romeo. It's an Indigo, I think, now, who's done 4 laps on this tire as well. Brandon is in 10th position mode. He's in by the skin of his nose cone at the moment. Energetic is coming down the hill as well. Murphy's retired from the session. Hunter is out there as well. Oh, goodness me. Now both McLarens are facing. Oh, Noble's off, and he's 5/10 to a second up there. He improved by 5/10 to a second now. I don't think he's got enough time. We got an Alfa Romeo who is very much in the lake, not quite in the lake there, but he's done his best impression of Lewis Hamilton there, hasn't he? As he has spun it there, but as he's trying to get back on track. We'll leave Indigo to it, shall we? So just as Sam saying hello, we've got OH. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah, so perhaps yes, unfortunately, my escapades in Wednesday night racing is not going to be forgotten very in a hurry, is it? There we go. But hopefully RLH will forgive me when I have a podium tomorrow night in Saturday Night Racing. Lol. It's Energetics. He's coming to the line as well. Look at this. He's always hugging the line, isn't he? And he goes second fast. It's a great time for Energetics to actually get through. Hunter, Ollie, Noble, Brandon are all on the face of extinction here for qualifying 2. Is Brandon going to have enough time? He is coming up to the line. I think that's it for Brandon, unfortunately. Exile to the end for Exile as well. What about Nigel? Nigel's very much in the thick of things as well, isn't he? He's in the middle sector. I think Noble's out as well. Sorry, Ollie there coming into the second sector as well. As Grant saying, no, stay on the medium tires, guys. So I think Grant at the moment is currently a 4th fastest moment there, isn't he? Indigo's retired from the session as well. Then he comes down the dive. Then where's Nigel? Then Nigel's coming up the hill now, isn't he? That's Exile coming in the pits. He's currently in the top 10 there. Sorry, I sound like I was in pain there. I am a little. It's Nigel's in 6th fastest moment then. We've also got Ollie there, who is 8/10 to a second up. Ollie is coming up to the line. He is second fastest. That's what it is. I was going to say it's a Ferrari 1-2. It's really not. Noble is and who is that? And I think someone just jumped up as well. So Hunter is up in 6th position there. Good stuff indeed there for Hunter. He is through as well. So both McLarens have made it through. Both Mercedes have made it through. We've got a Ferrari in the mix as well. Jonathan is through as well. Nigel through. Both Toros is through. Brilliant stuff in the end then. Absolutely fantastic end to qualifying. Goodness gracious me, that was brilliant stuff indeed then. As that was one of the McLarens. So just coming up to the line and finishing off now. Good stuff indeed then. Oh, I got Ted Kravitz there tweeting. I wish he was tweeting me, because Ted Kravitz is one of my big heroes. I love him. Anyway, let's take a look to see what occurred. What was the story of that qualifying 2 session then? Well, coming to get you is out qualifying. So is Noble, so is Brandon, and so is Exxon, and so is Andreas as well. That's a huge surprise to see Andreas out, isn't it? Both a huge surprise to see both Reynolds out there. Goodness me. Into qualifying 3 is a Taichi, 00, Nigel, Jonathan, Hunter, Granty, Murphy, Energetic, Ollie, and Indigo. Soft tyres for 5 drivers, medium tyres for the other 5 drivers. It is split right down the middle, and Granty is over the moon, and I think he is loving life, just looking at that screen there. So good stuff indeed. I'm glad I made someone happy tonight, even though technically that wasn't me. We've also got Indigo very happy that him and we got a bit of bromance going on. I'm loving that. Good stuff indeed there from Indigo and Games as well. I'm hoping, I haven't seen it, Games get back into the session yet, so I'm hoping he does. He's got one more session to go. Games has to sort to get into there, maybe. As Brandon saying, maybe he wasn't sandbagging, or maybe he is for the race then. Who knows then? Of course, qualifying, it's not where the points are won there. It is on the race. It's on race, isn't it? As I couldn't get the old telemetry up as well then. So we've got 2 Toro Rossos, we've got 2 Mercedes, and we've got 2, no, we've only got 1 Red Bull, we've got 1 Williams, and 1 Alfa Romeo, and 2 McLarens there as well. As Energetics is feeling very positive about life, and he's gone the hard compound tires. Good stuff indeed then from Energetics. Then we got a Mercedes there coming out. He's going to merge into the sunshine. Oh my goodness me, they dropped off the jacks there. Oh, and he's also done a bit of rewind as well. A bit of Craig David in the pit lane. I love it. Jonathan once again out on track straight away. Death Star, oh, loving that name. That's a cracking name. And of course, then, as that is no moon, that's a space station. Jonathan Cox just coming out of turn 6 as well, and he is once again the first man on track. And oh, he's just gone a bit wide there, of course. As I said there, I'm feeling a bit salty as I keep saying about all the gravel traps and stuff. I seem to be on that. Topic quite a lot lately, of course, because. I remember that gravel track quite well, because one of my favourite races actually was the Brazilian Grand Prix 2001. It was absolutely fantastic, as I was a big old David Coulthard fan back in 2001, and I was absolutely loving the fact that Coulthard was with whoever won the Brazilian Grand Prix usually went on to win the championship, didn't they? Because I think that came around since I think it was 1994 onwards, wasn't it? Where Schumacher won in Brazil 94, 95, then Hill won in 96, 97 was Jacques Villeneuve, 98 was Hakkinen, and 99 was Hakkinen as well. And then Schumacher in 2000 and Schumacher was in 2000 as well. But then 2001 was where it really broke the duct, and I was convinced after that race that I thought Coulthard was going to win the championship. How wrong was I? But yeah, that was one of his best races, I think, for Coulthard there, wasn't it? Winning in very difficult conditions as well. Of course, that was also the race where Max Verstappen's daddy-o, Jos the boss, decided to take out one Pablo Montoya. That was when Montoya really announced his arrival on the scene there as well. Jonathan's got a bit wide there, hasn't he? As he's really this is a Paul up there for the British Italian driver. I wonder if he's going to have to abandon this car 25 and come back in the pits then, because I think that that was because this lap's been a bit wayward, hasn't it? So yeah, I think Jonathan is just going to call it a day then. So we're on board then with the Mercedes. There's another Mercedes in front of him. I think it's Granty who's just in front at the moment. Car 93. I wonder if Grant's going to give Murphy a cheeky slipstream. I think he's too far in front actually, isn't it, to come out of the Ducks Bill as well before coming down to Magulio. Then it's the far. Oh, look at that! He's having to correct the car halfway down Magulio. My goodness me, that was absolutely incredible car control from Granty boy. Brilliant stuff then before coming up the hill. And you can see once again them blowing up the hill outside. There's Jonathan's done a 17.5 there, and I think that again, I think Jonathan could go a lot quicker than that. And he had a very scrappy first lap, but he's going around again. Jonathan is, but Grant does an 08. Then what about Murphy? Murphy goes into second faster mode. He's out. Oh, he's 7 seconds off his teammate Murphy at the moment. Taiji is third faster, and he's done a 10 in the Toro Rosso. We've got Alfa Romeo Indigo. Indigo's been faster so far, but he's only second faster mode. Indigo is goodness gracious me. Then we've also got McLaren there of Energetics Ed, who is also on the hard tires there, so I think he's just... Oh, Jonathan's a valet this time, Jonathan has said. And Jonathan, and of course, he's usually the man for qualifying, isn't he? I'd say he is one of the fastest man in any league racing around on a one lap, isn't he? He's absolutely fantastic on one lap pace. He really is. So is Indigo as well. Come to say that, it's good, isn't it, to see you, Jonathan and Indigo in the same session, duking out for pole position. But Jonathan there hasn't really had a proper roll of the dice yet, has he? He needs to... he's had he's had a scruffer up, and now he's had a invalidation as well, as Ollie is now started his lap as well. Indigo was off Hamilton the venture there out of turn 7 there. Of course, turn 7 where Hamilton binned it in 2017, and it should have opened the door for Valtteri Bottas to win, didn't he? Because Vettel there snuck in there, didn't he? As you can see, coming down to lake descent, and it's Ollie, and he's done a 16 at 7.64. Good first sector there from the Ferrari driver. Beautiful 7D there out of lake descent as well, and powered up the hill. Then, of course, that curve can be very dangerous in the race, and that's where we're going to have to keep our eye on, folks, as well. Lovely over the shoulder a shot here from Ollie, and he is now coming into turn 8 as well, and it's the second intermediate. Now then you can see them coming down into the pine tree, and as you can see, a lovely shot of the Ray-Ban sunglasses there, isn't it? So a lovely bit of sponsorship as well. And as Granty has just said, thanks, Steph. Yeah, as it sounds like my Sims day, really, doesn't it? Of course, lovely advertisement of the Sims as well. I do love the Sims 4, it's brilliant. Anyway, then Ollie coming up to the line then, and he's also coming over to the grid hatch as well. Let's see what car 30 can do then in the Ferrari, and he goes second, third, faster with it. Good stuff there. Double zeros on track as well. So is Nigel as well. Then so we got two more cars to come then. As just a lovely over the show shot as well then from Nigel. Nigel, very colourful helmet there, isn't it? Brilliant stuff indeed there from Nigel. Car 36 then. I got to say, I'm very sentimental about helmets and the car numbers, isn't it? It's your signature, isn't it, as a driver? So it's when you first look at a driver, then you automatically think now green helmet with a bit of black and a splash of yellow. You know that's Nigel. Car 36 just confirms it as well there. It's same with Granty. As soon as you see the 93 or Indigo, as soon as you see the 93, you know it's one of those two drivers. It's good stuff indeed there. And coming out to the line then, here comes Nigel then. He comes out to the line. He hasn't hugging the inside there as much as his rivals there. Interesting stuff. And double zero then coming out of the junction then as he powers up the hill once again then. And let's see what he can do as he comes up to the line there. Nigel, I've got him on the brain now, haven't I? Here comes double zero. Look at that, look at how much more extreme double zero is compared to Nigel. He's full fast. I wonder if that 10th of a second might have been the reason why he's in front of Nigel, perhaps. Ollie comes into the pits as well. Nigel's also on track as well. Taichi has done 3 laps on these soft tires, so these soft tires are gonna be past their best slightly, aren't they? Yeah, he's gonna really so I don't think he's gonna get the most out of this. 6 minutes to go then. Jonathan's now starting a lap as well. Energetic in a Hunter there is very much is both McLarens there is it's a Hunter there going very much wide there, and not sure there's a bit of shenanigans going on there, so we'll leave him to it for now, shall we? So we'll come back to them a bit later on then, when they're a bit further away. Jonathan there wandered to the middle part of the track there, Jonathan is, and that is not the shortest way down there. Jonathan is in the motor field on the very much of the back foot, but you can never count Jonathan out, can you? Because I'm expecting a screamer lap from Jonathan on this attempt, or maybe in the next attempt as well. The track is so short, isn't it? Of course, look at this, we're touching the 1 minute 68 second mark, aren't we, around here? So you can have 3 runs around here. Where is he? There he is, lovely shot indeed. We're just waiting for the Toro also. He appears in view, and before coming up then to the Ducks Bill as well. Lovely, that's a lovely curved corner there, isn't it? Of course, and unfortunately for Alex Albon fans, that corner unfortunately ended his podium aspirations. 8 seconds up there. Jonathan is in the second sector. That's on the white. That's a good second sector as well there. Now he's powering up the hill then, and that's it then. He ain't going to touch the brake pedal now. He ain't going to touch the stopping pedal now until the end of the start. Then he is coming up to the line as well. Then great to see all of you fans that are here to join us tonight for Friday Night Racing. And Jonathan now, goodness gracious me then, just under a 10th away from Grant, who is the benchmark at the moment there. Energetic is out on track at the moment, and he is very close behind his teammate Hunter at the moment. I'm wondering if that's going to cause him some dirty air there. He is quite close with his teammate, isn't he? You don't want to be too close there because of dirty air and all that kind of stuff. The dirty air would cause all kinds of understeer or damage the tyres as well. You don't want that, do you? And Hunter coming out of the pine tree as well then, before coming into the Ducks build. Then a lovely right-hander then, accelerating away. Car 98 then coming down the dive then. Let's see what he can do then. Beautiful stuff. And look at that, that's a cracking shot of both McLaren drivers as well. Out of young Carl then. And here he's up now, that's it, and he is coming up to the line as well then. Let's see what he can do then. And here he comes up to the line as well then. Where's the DRS? There it is, that's the line, and his teammates in the background as well then. Hunter is 7 faster still, and Energetics is right behind him, 3/10 a second away. Oh, Taichi is in trouble. He has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane, and oh dear. So I think that disqualification will throw him down the 10th position there, won't it? And that's a I'm not sure what happened there then, but goodness gracious me then, damage there onto the Toro Rosso, and that's unfortunately the end of the show for Taichi, for qualifying at least then. At least that happened then, as I'm very wary of this AI car. Hopefully it'll park in the on the side of the road then, but it's decided to come onto the track there. And great stuff there from the AI, isn't it? But we'll leave them to it, shall we? We got Grant, and once again then we got another 2. I wonder if there is a bit of team play here, isn't it? Very good stuff indeed then. And Yeah, very good. It's interesting, this team players, and we've had seen both McLarens very close there, and now we've got the both Mercedes. The championship leader is down in 9th position at the moment. Jonathan is pretty pleased with that lap there. And one of Jonathan's coming out again. I had to go a new set of boots there. Of course, he called himself Mr. One Lapper. Indeed, he is there. He's Mr. Pole, isn't he? He's been on pole position so many times in all the streams. In all the streams that I've participated in or commentated on or crashed in and all that kind of stuff, as I do crash quite a lot, so yep. So if you ever want a short sharp stream, just watch mine, and if you ever want to laugh as well and know how not to drive an F1 car, yeah, that's a nice plug as well. Grant there is just coming over the line now. It's going to start. We've got 00. We got Indigo on track. Vita Valley this time now. So 00 is the only man on the track at the moment, as he is coming into turn 7 as well, and swooping in the right hand as well. Indigo's gone off the track at the moment. Indigo, I don't think it's had the best of times in this qualifying free session so far, is he? And he's still only 2/10 of a second away. He's still in third position there. Oh, 00 there, getting a bit waggy there. His tail is, isn't he? Coming into Doug's build as well before coming out there and down the dive. And once again, then look at that. I love that shot. That's fantastic, isn't it? When as you can see Indigo dropping right off the pace there, 10th for a second up there. That will be in 4th position. Well, no, that might even be in 3rd position there. Can't 00 there. This place Indigo and get himself into the second row, maybe even to the 3rd spot. Incredible stuff. Here he comes up to the line. Look how close he is on the edge. If he gets that roll, that'll be an advantage lap. No, even better. He is second. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Oh, Grant is invalidated this time. He is currently the man who's sitting pretty on pole position. And can anyone knock him off his perch? It's gone very dull. Hunter is out of the qualifying session. And I think both McLarens what we've done. Murphy is only 8 fast at the moment in the Mercedes there. As I'm getting a bit too ahead of my time there, aren't I? Of course, McLaren are going back to Mercedes. It's actually fantastic as well. Jonathan is on an outlap mode. He's got 50 seconds to get through. He should be fine now, Jonathan is. Grant is on another crack now then. So we're keeping an eye on Indigo. The second car with 93 then getting very close there. Look how close these guys get to the outside of the track then. This is a game of inches. I've said it time and time again. It's a game of inches, a game of millimeters, and it's all about the millimeters. Just a yellow flag in 2 then. That's Williams out just going off the track side. That's 00 who's just displacing to go down into 4th position as they. And there's a Red Bull. That's Nigel in front of us there. He's just on his outlap mode. Is that Williams there going to actually get through? Indigo is 200 of a second down in the 6th section. Oh, look at the sunshine bursting through the clouds. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. DRS now. And now he comes up to the line. And oh, goodness me. I thought he's going to invalidate his time there. Indigo can't take a race record. He's second fastest. And he can go around again then. Oh, my goodness gracious me. And he will not be going around again because wheels falling off his car there. So that's not good at all. Is that the end of qualifying? No then, sorry, I apologise. Granty there has just come across the line. I think he's done a 7. He has done a 7. Fantastic out there for Granty. Brilliant 17th then. Murphy is half a minute down then. Nigel's a 10th for a second up. Ollie's out there as well. So is Jonathan as well. Well, it's not the beginning, is it? But of course, we've still got a long way to go. Then Jonathan, they're coming out of the dive, and I think Jonathan's done. Jonathan's done for the day. Then what about Ollie? Ollie's not done, is he? He flies through the door. He's done. He's done. Oh my goodness gracious me! And he's into the tires there. And Nigel there is going to have to be a very. That was all or nothing, wasn't it, for Ollie? There, he just threw him. He just threw it all on the line there. Unfortunately, the car just couldn't. He couldn't. The car just couldn't live with the grip he was asking, was he? And Ollie there is down in 5th position there. He's going to be able to stay 5th because there's Nigel wants to get out 5th position, doesn't he? Let's see what Nigel does. Nigel goes second fast. He's on the front row. Fantastic into Nigel's qualifying time. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Sorry, a brilliant time there. But Granty is on pole position then for the Brazilian Grand Prix, and he is just wagging from left to right. That he is a very happy man, very happy man indeed. Unless he's got a problem with his steering column, which I hope he hasn't. Because if he has, then my goodness me, if he's done a 7 there with a dodgy car, goodness gracious me, that man's inhuman. Brilliant. The only man into the 7s as well, and I have just seen Indigo saying I'm so frustrated. I don't understand why I always muck Q3 up. I'm so stupid. Of course, but that's unfortunate for Indigo because he was setting the pace, wasn't he, in the first part of qualifying? Just didn't get it all together, did he? As XR has given Granty a big old thumbs up. And that's in the qualifying there. 3 tenths per second that Grantee from Nigel. Nigel there really coming out of nowhere, didn't he? Like an RKO. He's up in the second. Good stuff indeed there. Indigo in third position with 00 in fourth and half a second back. Jonathan in fifth position there. I wonder if Jonathan might have been closer if he'd done his first time. And I think that was more of a banker lap just to get a time in. Ollie in sixth position. Hunter seventh with Murphy eighth. Energetics in ninth position in. Taichi got the squaller fight there for parking it on the exit of the pit lane there, which is a very difficult pit lane anyway. So I think it would be very difficult to have another chicane in there coming out there. So unfortunately, Taichi buried himself into the tyre barriers at the exit of the pit lane. Don't worry, there's a lot of drivers that have done that in the past. I remember Gerhard Berger came out of the pit exit there and decided to fly. He completely flew out the pit lane, didn't he? Lost. He had cold tires, didn't he? Just absolutely spun out the pit lane. Of course, there's also an infamous moment where David Coulthard drove into the pit entry there in Australia. There, another one of the DC gaffes there. Excuse me. I'm just clearing my throat, everyone. Right then. John for Cook saying, well done, Granty. Granty and thanks, John. These are very polite drivers, aren't they? Absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? I'd rather see them go to war, though, wouldn't you? Of course, they will be going to war in just a few moments, so won't they? Of course, it is going to be a battlefield out there, as Jordan Sparks used to sing. I think it was, anyway. We've also got... I think it was also, there's also a singer from the 80s, Pat something, I don't know. Anyway, enough about that. Indigo, my hand kills, I smacked something, he punched something there. Indigo did, of course, and also got Grant saying, good luck, guys. Not good. Sorry, I was a bit slow there. I was trying to. I think Grant was just replying to Indigo there. Indigo getting very frustrated there. Unfortunately we have lost games. He should be starting 19th on the grid then. So that's a shame, and that's a shame that we didn't get games back in there, did we? Really big shame indeed. Let's go for the grid from front to back then. Soft tyres and medium tyres are on display here on the left-hand side tower. We got 36 laps, 19 cars around Interlagos on a beautiful sunny afternoon. Here in the track between the lakes then. And we've got an absolute split then. Medium tyres and soft tyres. Soft tyres for Ross, Knowlesy, for Sam coming to get you, and for Energetics, Murphy, Hunter, Ollie, and Indigo. Medium tyres for the rest of the field then. Let's go for the grid, shall we, from front to back. Starting with the pole position man, which is Granty. And he is on pole position. Alongside him is Nigel. A great time there for Nigel. Then we've got Indigo in third position. 00 in fourth position. Jonathan fifth with Ollie in sixth position. Hunter, seventh position. Murphy in 8th position, Energetics in 9th round with Taichi in 10th position there. Maybe we would have been higher up, I think, if he got a time in. Andreas in 11th position, and 12th position is Exile, and 13th position is Brandon. Noble in 14th position, coming to get you in 15th. Sam in 16th position, 17th is LPE. Then of course, we can't speak highly enough for LPE and its contribution to this very difficult time. Fantastic stuff from LPE. 18th position is Knowlesy, and 20th position is Ross as well, as Ross is on the backfield. Then we've got 20 cars then around here, and let's get back racing, shall we then? So 36 laps around the Brazilian Grand Prix. And Grouchstone is just lining up then. We're on board with Ross, and he's just trying to warm up the tyres there on the American-owned Haas car then. Powered by Ferrari. This is going to be good stuff indeed then. As a Grant saying, the formation of that was a shambles then. As of course said, I hope the race ain't going to be a shambles. And you can see, looking at that, there's a very lonely grid box there on the right hand side. That's where games should be. And I am very disappointed the games is not going to be involved in this race, as all his fans are as well. What a shame that we have lost a car already, and we are now waiting for the lights. And look at it, it's a very unusual start grid, isn't it? Half of the grid is pointed down, half of the grid is pointed up in the sky. Who is going to be first going into the first corner? Who is going to get the advance? And now on the lights then, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5, and it is go! Oh, and look at that, and Indigo having a poor start, a terrible start for Indigo. Let's get his drop down 6 minutes already. Grant Jonathan's already up in the second position. Fantastic stuff for Jonathan. He is trying to go on the outside then. Got it to one there, all through. That's a Ferrari off the trailer. The Ferrari's got off the trailer. That's only. He's had a terrible start, so he's dropping down the order. He's down into 19th position there. No, 17th position, I should say. 18th position there. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that's getting very tight. back of there. Jonathan Lisa in second position. Well, as they come down to Lake Descent. Look at them all, they're all swarming around them. Yellow flags, there's a Hunter is off the track, my goodness me, that's a car, that's a Nigel, managed in second position. Indigo's also dropped off as well. Where is Indigo? Indigo is pointing the wrong way, and that's a shame now. Hunter is also dropped out as well. Sam has got a severe collision, that's cars off all of his pandemonium. Murphy's off the track as well. Safety car in this race, and Ollie's also come back from the field. Knows he's up in the 12th position there. I gotta say, a terrible start here in Friday Night Racing. Goodness me, then there is action all over the show. Nigel dropping down, Hunter's dropping down, Indigo is dropping down as well. Indigo is coming back through. Hunter has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Oh goodness me, then I'm not sure. Maybe they were a bit overexcited about that incredible qualifying session there, but goodness gracious me, then it's really a difficult start to the race here, isn't it? We're gonna have a lot of pit activity on the double Indigo. I don't think it's got any damage at all then, so quite lucky for Indigo from that point of view then. And we've got both Ferraris in the pits, so both Ferraris are going to have to queue. Sam is in the pits, and Sam has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits there for the Ferrari team, and he's in the pits now as well. As Nigel said, oh my gosh, people don't break down the Ferrari. Gaddy, look at this, look, Ollie's also going to have to, he's going to have to queue as well. Look at this, as the Ferrari mechanics are changing the nose cone. He's going on to the soft comp, no, he's going to the hard compound tyres, and the car 19 is coming out of the pits now. Nosey, who's on the fantastic start, is also in the pits there, changing the nose cone, and he is coming out as well. Ollie is going to, don't just be in service as well, and as the Ferrari mechanics get to work, then the biggest losers, it has to be Ollie and Indigo, who've dropped down 15 and 13 positions there, and Nigel's also dropped down 11 positions as well. Nigel's not too happy in the commentary at all. Nigel had Jonathan had a fantastic start, going 3 positions there, and Brandon's up 7 positions, 8 positions there for LP, brilliant 9 positions there for Ross. Good stuff indeed. Then is Ollie coming out of the pits now as well. Indigo also out of the pits, and as Nigel then is got no damage there, but unfortunately he was pointing the wrong way. So let's unlock 2 then, as it's a Noble Energetics. They're getting very too close for comfort there as well. So Granty is leading this race. At second position is Jonathan. Jonathan's on a fantastic start, hasn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed then. 00 in third position at the moment. Then we got Taichi up to the 4th. Great stuff indeed there for Taichi. Albeit he's a minute behind everyone else there. So hopefully that'll sort itself out on the time beam in a minute. Andreas in 5th position. Brandon in 6th. Energetic on the soft tires. The highest soft compound runner at 7th position there. Noble in 8th position. LP in 9th position. Exile in 10th. That is the top 10 mode. No retirement so far. Ross the boss in 11th position, fantastic stuff. Murphy in 12th position, the championship leader. 13th is Nigel, 14th position is coming to get you. Then we've got Sam in 15th, Hunter 16th, Nosey, Indigo and Ollie 17th, 18th and 19th positions there, I think, coming to get you. And below have all changed, have all coming to the pits to change tyres there. Indigo is saying, I never have any luck, I swear. The lights went out late for me and as well then, so that's why Indigo had an appalling start then. So Indigo's lights were still on when everyone else was moving, so that is terribly unlucky for Indigo, isn't it? He seemed to can't catch a break recently, can he, Indigo? He had a disappointing qualifying, and now in the race, it's a 5-second penalty for Sam for exceeding track limits there. Lovely shot here from Grant's rear, an absolutely beautiful shot. Maybe that was the wrong word in there, but I'm sure Grant has a beautiful behind then. But anyway, we are looking backwards from the Mercedes driver, as we've got safety car. Bernd Mailander has led the most laps around here so far, hasn't he? But I think Grant might take that mantle away from him very soon, as we'll be back racing in Interlagos. I was hoping at the end of this lap, really, because there should be a short safety car. As Hunter, it's got a 5-second penalty as well, and I think it was a bit wayward off the track there, coming out of Lake Descent there. This is going to be an exciting race. Look at the caliber of drivers in this race, and I got to say, some of them might be out of position. Well, you can't really say that, can you? Because the talent up and down this, the talent pool in here is absolutely stupendously good, isn't it? It really is. And we're waiting for that magical safety car message to come in then, and we'll be back racing in just a few moments' time as well. As Grant there is giving Bernd Mailander a wave, I think, before we're going racing as well. And we're just waiting for that magical sign then. As Bernd Mailander, I wonder if we're going to be out for one more lap then. Of course, I think it was on Wednesday night. There it is! Safety cars in! We are back racing. Granty's going to take control of the pace then from Yun Cao. He has to let Bernd Mailander go. He has to let Bernd Mailander race away. Look at that then. Remember, that safety car is incredibly powerful road cars, but it looks absolutely pedestrian compared to these Formula 1 supercars, doesn't it? Now Granty is going to be away then. There is Jonathan there is trying to catch him, trying to not be caught out here. As Grant's there looking up behind it. Now we're going to go in Brazil. And look at Sam's on the pull inside it. There's all kinds of shenanigans going on. Murphy, no goes. There's contact in the back then. And what is going on? Nosey and Sam are out of the race in sector 3. And they're coming down into turn 1. And that is something's going on in there. Oh, goodness me, they're all catching up. Oh, gosh. As Ollie has had to take a... Sorry, Sam has had to take a base of action as well. Ollie's out of the race. Nosey's out of the race. Nosey's the session. Absolutely disappointed there for Nosey as they come down to Lake Descent once again. And we're going to say Lionel Stern coming into Lake Descent as well. Nigel and Murphy are side by side then. Yellow flag in 2. That's a Mercedes. That's Granty. No, Granty is off the track. 5-second penalty for Jonathan. They've come together. The leaders have come together. This is absolutely incredible racing. Sam is just recovering as well. Both Mercedes in the wall. And Murphy has been nudged out of this race. And Jonathan has gone into the back, I think, of Granty, and he has damage to the Toro Rosso. 0-0 leads. Now it's in 13th position, and coming to get you is in 14th. Hunter's got damage again on that McLaren. He's got to make another pit stop. Another pit stop in this race, and running on lap 4. No safety car. For some reason I thought it was a safety car. 0-0 leads then with Tai Chi in 2nd position, then Andreas in 3rd position, Brandon 4th, and Energetic in 5th position. Then that is the top 5 so far. Remember, Energetic is on the soft compound tyre. 6th position is Noble in the bone end in the 2nd round. Ritter on a fantastic time. Jonathan is in the pits. Jonathan is coming in the pits out for the Toro Rosso team. Is getting very close there. It's getting a bit of hair and scare out there. It's Andreas there coming up the inside of Tai Chi. Hunter's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Yellow flag in 3. And I think it's one of the guys there that is just recovering as well. Lovely shot there. It all came a bit too close for comfort. Jonathan is coming in the pits while Grant Southerways. Ross is gone on the outside then. And it is the same place as where he lost the championship leader Murphy as well. So Ross out of the race. Hunter has left the session then, as Hunter is retired from the race as well. It's been a very action-packed race here in Interlagos. It really has, hasn't it? Now out of the pits there comes Jonathan. We might be able to see. So Jonathan there is coming out in 30th position. Granty is Jonathan's coming at 12th position. Virtual safety car in this race, so potentially they wouldn't have lost as much time as what they would under a normal safety car. So unfortunately then is Sam just coming out the pits as well. Then I think that Sam and Granty and Jonathan probably would have liked a full safety car there, wouldn't they? We're just waiting for the safety car to get back on. Andreas is now all over the back of Tai Chi as well, isn't he? And look at them all. There's we back racing, not yet. Then I think they have to wait till the green flag comes out. As soon as the green flag comes out, we back race. We've got 31 laps to go of this. As Indigo's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We're down to 14 cars. Oh goodness me! And now 4 Andreas went to the back of Tai Chi. Diaz has been able to use side by side and coming down to Lake Descent. We've also got Brandon battling away with Energetic as well. As Andreas said, Tai Chi has gone in too deep, and now Andreas is back up in 2 seconds. He has to take a face action before he's going into the water, and Tai Chi is back up there in 2nd position. Exile has got past LP and moved up into 7th position as well, and Nigel is also on the tail then. As Indigo coming out of the pits now, and he's going to get in front of Jonathan. He does get on in front of Jonathan as well then. Exile has gone a bit wide then out of turn 8 as well then, as they come down into the pine tree at the moment, and before accelerated back up the hill. Then this has been an absolutely incredible race. Granty is on the soft tyres then, isn't he? So he's going to try and make up as much time as possible. He gets past Jonathan, moving up into 11th position now. He's not in the points just yet though, is he? Coming to get you on the hard tyres. Sam is on the medium tyres, and Energetics has now got past Brandon and moved up into 4th position now. Brandon is now coming under siege now, as he is now also being tracked over from Noble as well. But Brandon, my goodness me, is flying back through Energetic. Oh goodness me, it's all having to take a base of action now, coming down into turn 1. We've also got Andreas, who's moved up into 2nd position as well. We've got a yellow flag at 2. Sam is retired from the session. That's at the perilous turn 6 there. Coming out late. So we've got another safety car, 7 laps in. 2 safety cars, a virtual safety car as well. Goodness gracious me, what is going on in this race here tonight? Oh wow. And they're all having to just calm it down a bit then. And you can see, well, there's the lake then. That's a beautiful shot here, isn't it, at the moment then. We've lost Sam, we've lost Ross, we've lost Hunter, we've lost Murphy, we've lost Ollie, we've lost Nosey, and Sam's car there having a almighty shunt there. That's That's a scary shunt in of itself, isn't it, from Sam? He is out of the race, unfortunately. And a safety car, Ollie's left the session there. Safety car's back out and into the pits. There comes coming to get you. My goodness me, they're coming to get you. Really testing the limits of those brakes there. Incredible stuff indeed then. So we've only got 13 cars remaining out of the 20 that started then. Because the first safety car, we all had all 19 cars remaining. We only lost games there, and that was because of an error code. But here in the second safety car, we've lost 6 drivers, goodness me. 3-second penalty for Taichi. Taichi's got a 3-second penalty. Oh, that's a very cheap penalty there for Taichi, isn't he? He didn't want a penalty under the safety car. Is everyone going to roll the dice and come in the pits then? And one of Energetics might come in the pits. He's on the soft tire. No, he is staying out at the moment then. Sorry, I'm just having a break. I think I've worked my cotton socks off tonight. Oh my goodness me. I've also just realised I've got a hole in one of my socks as well. So that's not good timing at all, is it? It's only April. I usually get my socks around Christmas time. So that has absolutely devastated me. Not as much as what Nigel's been devastated at the moment. He hasn't changed the nose cone on that Red Bull. He's on the hard tyres, Nigel is. Is that going to get him to the end of the race then? I have no earthly idea because my strategy calls are absolutely appalling. All I do know is the hardest tire is the most durable tire. And can he look after him and get to the end then? Well, he's got 28 laps to go in this race. That's an awful long way to go for Nigel. He'll be out in front of Granty. Granty's in 10th position. We've got Peter driving there for Indigo as well. He is coming on to the the medium tyres now. He is on the medium tyres, and he'll be back out as well on the medium tyres. So medium to medium then, and 00 then. It's just beyond the safety car at this moment in time then. And you can see Andreas at number 6 as well then, Noble. And once again, they're really keen to get going. Let's just take a look at the position changes. That's how incredible this race has been so far. 9 positions for Andreas. Fantastic stuff from the Renault driver. Brilliant so far. Taichi up 7 positions. 9 positions for Brandon and 9 positions for LP. Brilliant 17th then. Coming to get you also win at 2 positions as well. I feel that there might, as Ross left the session as well, so there's going to be a lot of there might be a lot of debate after this race about what has occurred in this race so far. We are just waiting for the Pink Panther coming to get you just to catch up to the back of the field, and then I think the safety car will be back race because the car has been cleared. Sam who crossed heavily out of turn 6, coming out late descent there, really ripped off the front right corner of the Ferrari, and he is out of the race there, and he calls the safety car. Exile comes into the pits there for the Williams team, and what's he coming in on? So he's coming in. He's done 7 laps on those medium compound tires. Is this a strategy call? Has he got damage as well? You can see those yellow lights, those yellow LED lights are flashing on that Williams as well, isn't he? He's got a 5-second penalty, so he's taking it now then. So very good stuff then from the Williams driver. And of course you can't take in the real order Formula 1, but of course any advantage you need to take it, don't you, in this world. So he's on the soft tires then, Exile is, so he'll be back out and he'll be on the, remember though, the stickiest, softest and least durablest tires there, and he is out as he is coming out of the pits now in front of coming to get you then. So just on board the race here at one end, as you can see, safety car, then we got 00, then we got Andreas, then we got Tai Chi. That is the rostrum at the moment. Those are the guys on the podium at this moment in time then. But yeah, that is the question then. Who is going to be on the podium with a lot of laps to go? As it's been a very action-packed race, hasn't it? Of course, Nosey and Ollie retired at the top of the hill, didn't they? Murphy it was getting very tense there, wasn't it, in the battle of midfield. There was cars all over the show. Really wasn't good at all. And it caused an awful chain of fence. And unfortunately, because of that, then Murphy retired from the race. Hunter had to retire because he had too much damage to the McLaren. I keep saying Mercedes, and you're in front as the car is slowing down. Have we got safety car in? I think the lights are off. Are the lights off? I think they're off. So we're back racing now. I've been waffling away and I didn't even... There it is. So 00 is back in the pack up. He knew the safety car was coming at the end of this lap, so he just backs the pack up. He is now the pace setter. He has to wait for Burton 100 to climb up the hill and for the safety car to get outside, to get in the pit lane. Then he can go once again then. Just going back to the retirements. Hunter retired, 2 damage on the car. Ross also retired out late descending. So did Sam as well. And that's the reason for the second safety car. We're going to go racing any time now then. And look at them, they're all over the back of 00 then. We're back racing now. Here we go once again then. And we're just on board. Oh goodness me, the side by side then Andreas takes the lead then in the Brazilian Grand Prix. And that's an incredible manoeuvre there from Andreas there. 00 had the pole and started to come into turn 1 then. And whoa, they're all through safely, I think then. Noble's also got by LP as well. LP somehow got in front then. And LP and Nigel also going top. Oh my goodness me, that's 3 side by side then. They're coming down into late descent then once once again, and it's LP and Nigel, and they come down into like the center. Who is out on the outside? That's Jonathan on the outside. Jonathan's on the outside. Is he going to, oh goodness me, that's very slippery on the outside. That's incredible car control. He is side by side with Nigel. Brilliant move there for Jonathan. Fantastic maneuver, and he is up to a position. That's absolutely stupendous move down on the inside. We've also got side by side action between Indigo and Grant as well. Incredible driving around there at this stage. That's fantastic driving. Jonathan is up to a position. That's brilliant stuff. So it's Nigel. Oh, Grant has got the bad. They've okay contact. Oh dear. It is that's a bit oh dear, yellow flag, and that's Indigo once again off the track. Oh goodness me, what can Indigo just seems to have all the bad luck, and he retires from the race there, and not good at all. And there was a concertina effect once again, then really struggling at the middle part of the lap, then in the yellow flag at 2 and 3, then, and I think that's for Indigo's car, who's going to retire out of the race, and Andreas sets the fast out of the race, and once again another concertina effect, and the track is so technical, so twisty, isn't it, and it's catching people up. Pit stop again then for Jonathan Grant, the men who was battling for first and second after the first round of basically coming after the first safety car came in. Then my goodness me, it's all gone completely awry then. 12 cars left. We've got all of these cars apart from the top position. We're getting points at the moment. We're watching 6th and 7th position round, which is actually a Noble and LPEs. He's gone very wide there, hasn't he? But he might be able to slingshot himself back in. There's Nigel there, of course, the customary green helmet there for Nigel there in the background as well. Gap at the front, 5/10 of a second, and 7/10 of a second back is Tai Chi. Brandon in 4th position, Energetic on soft tires. How long this soft tire is going to last? And Grant, he's just come on the pits now. That is how far behind he is, as these guys are coming out down into the young Carl now. Then that is how far behind he is. Indigo's left the session there. What a shame for Indigo, really is there, isn't it? Didn't have very good qualifying, and it's just he seems to just keep getting bad luck, doesn't he? I think he's similar to Mark Webber, where Mark Webber just seemed to have a lot of bad luck, didn't he? In his Red Bull days as well, and so unfortunate for Indigo. We'll say Indigo's a little bit quicker than Mark Webber in terms of the field pace, doesn't he? But that's just my opinion. We're on board with over the shoulder with Exile at the moment. Exile's at the fast on the race. He's a man on the mission at the moment, isn't he? The Williams driver is then, and he is right on the tailpipe of Nigel's car. It's the closest battle on track at the moment, and then Coda Getty is a second behind, and Jonathan and Granty are 22 seconds behind at the moment, and it's been all it has been all chaos after 12 laps here. I think we're about 1/4 of the way through this race so far, or maybe a third. Then my master's absolutely appalling there. It really is. 00 is now starting to really get the bit between his teeth, isn't he? He is now gained to under half a second back now, a half a second way then in the Renault then. So the battle for lead is not done and dusted, not by a long shot. Brilliant so indeed then. I got to say then, Andreas, and did he overtake 00 before the finish line? As I throw another bit of controversy into this race, and I don't think he did, because Codemasters, well, you can't really trust Codemasters, can you? But you would think that that would have been an illegal overtake from Codemasters' point of view, perhaps. But nonetheless, then Andreas leads at the moment. He just caught a 00 napping there, didn't he? Or was it maybe on the bubble, perhaps? I don't know. There, I'm leaving it open to debate. And lovely shot here from RPEs over here. Beautiful stuff indeed. Then Noble there is just defending. Then as we're just unfortunately got the two of the wrong camera angles as well. Oh, that's why we want that. It's side by side then. And look at this. Then it's Noble is staying on the outside. Then there's LPEs coming on the inside as well. Look at this. Then it's coming side by side once. Very strong race in Baku last race as well. Oh goodness me, Nigel's trying to sneak through, and Nigel's through as well. And Noble was staying on the outside. Oh, and I thought that he was going to spin there, and I think that somehow Nigel helped Noble staying on the track there. Somehow or another, good stuff indeed. That Grant set the fast on the race. He doesn't get that bonus point just yet because he needs to get out 2 more positions then in the Mercedes-Benz AMG Petronas car. Coming out the pine tree as well. Then as once again, then these guys are battling away, and this is for the lower end of the points at the moment, isn't it? Between LP, Nigel, Mobile, and Exile, they are really. This is a big old battle, isn't it? Remember, it's all about track position. It's all about making some noise here in Brazil. It's absolutely fantastic stuff here tonight in the Brazilian Grand Prix. We've had action all the way there. I think there'll be some less of the press drivers, but from a spectator point of view, this has been absolutely fantastic. I said this is what you want to see, isn't it? LP there getting very worthy. Getting very weavy. No, Nigel's not even going to be. It's not even concerned one iota. He's on the hard compound tires. 13 lap tires there, and I'm getting rubbish camera angles, so we're going to have to just stay on board there. Over on the T-cam with Nigel. Then is once again as they come out to turn 3. Then of course turn 3 was very perilous, wasn't he? Wasn't it in the 2000 and free race, wasn't it? One of the best races you'll see of that season of this decade of last decade, I would definitely say. And Noble are getting very concerned there from behind. Jonathan's got a 3-second penalty. We've also got Energetics, who's now starting to really cause some really give Brandon some concern there. And Brandon is saying that he wasn't sandbagging. Well, my goodness me, he's on the 4th position at the moment. Brandon, this is the car 22 in the Haas, who's right in the thick of the action there, isn't he? Taichi is really strong for pace at the moment. He is now dropping back there. He is 2 seconds behind Double Zero at the moment. Double Zero is just keeping tabs on Andreas as well, isn't he? So we're only on lap 14. There's a lot of lappage around here, isn't there? So you got to keep your constraints. You got to keep up your pace as well. It's a difficult circuit, isn't it? It's very technical in the mid park, and then you in the middle part of the track. Then it's all about speed, all about grunt, all about power, and power is definitely what Brandon's got. But Taichi is going back on the outside. Shots are on the outside, but Brandon's got the inside. But Taichi has the inside as well. And look at that, and there's a resume as a word out. But Taichi is, look at this, he's getting very defensive. So Brandon's going to have to go on the outside. He's going on the outside down to Lake Descent into turn 4. He is going on the outside. He is through. But Taichi's trying to come back at him as well. Nigel's also through as well as he swoops on the inside of LP. Oh goodness me, there's contact, LP. Oh gosh, oh my goodness me. Oh, and a mighty shot, and that's a virtual safety car. Noble's got a 5-second penalty, which is very unfair to say that's a 5-second penalty for Noble. Of course, I may be biased there, as Noble used to be my broadcast partner, but I think that was very unjust there for Noble to get a 5-second penalty. LP there, I think, was trying to overtake Nigel on a very narrow part of the track there, where the action has been more or less everywhere else. And you can see LP's car on the outside of the track. Then we're down to 11 cars left. Remember, we had a 20-car field at the beginning of this. A 20-car field at the beginning of qualifying. They're just dropping like flies about, didn't they? It's an absolutely incredible race out there at the moment now. Oh goodness gracious me, then we're lap 16, then we're back racing again, and Taichi is in the pit. Oh, what's up to Taichi? There's a problem then for the Toro Rosso, and I'm not sure what's happened. Then Double Zero's got a 3-second penalty to the man who's in second position at the moment. Then Taichi was just at a standstill at the pit entry. And he's lost so much time because Noble, who was quite close, he was quite far behind him, wasn't he? He's also got a 5-second penalty. He's got a serve there, and I think that's a very unfair penalty to say the least. Toros are in and out. He's on the hard tires. Noble's also on the hard tires as well. And they should get him to the end now with just 20 laps to go in this race. I'll say 20 laps. He's changing the nose coat. Grant is in the points as well. Oh gosh, this is the lead then for the Brazilian Grand Prix, and you can see 3 tenths of a second between Granty and Jonathan Cox as well. Look who's coming out of the pits, and that's Taichi, Jonathan's teammate. And it's a party here, isn't it? As Nigel has now got through. That's an incredible move there for Nigel. My goodness me, that was down the pine tree there. Goodness gracious me there. Good stuff indeed there for Nigel, and he is on the 4th position there. As he is on the hard tires. Remember, Energetics started this race on the soft tires. He's done 15 laps on the soft tire. That is an absolutely incredible. That's an incredible stint there from Energetics on 15 lap out tires. Maybe, or am I just giving him too much credit now? I doubt it. I think Energetics is a fantastic racing driver, isn't he? He's in the pits now, and he is going to change his tires. What tires is going to go on? He's going to go on the medium tires. He's going to go on the hard tires. A couple of guys have just come in the pits, gone to the hard tires. And, oh goodness me, got 2 Toros, and then we've got Mercedes one to climb with the hill. Jeremy Jonathan is second in the championship. The championship leader is out of the race. That is Dan Murphy. He's out of the race. 5-second penalty forward, coming to get you then. Second, coming over the hill as well. And Granty's got a double DRS, double slipstream as well. Is he going to be able to take part in this incredible battle? Jonathan going up the inside. He's going to pass Taichi going into turn 1. Granty's going to follow through as well. That's getting very close there as well. Where's Granty? He's on the outside. He's through. That's an incredible maneuver there. Unfortunately, Taichi there is just coming to pits there. He's not got his hard tires warmed up correctly yet, has he? Because the hard tires take quite a long time to warm up, don't they? Oh, lovely shot here from Jonathan. And look at Granty. Oh, Jonathan's got wide there, and Granty is now all over the gearbox of the British Italian driver. The man who's battling Grant, his teammate in the Drivers' Championship then. So that it just adds an extra layer to this intense battle around Brazil, doesn't it? Jonathan's gone wide there, and it's going to give Granty more of a sniff of an opportunity there to get by the British Italian driver at the moment. XR is now up into 5th position there, isn't he, after Taichi coming in the pits then, and he is now on the case. He's on the case there of Nigel. Andreas leads then still, but Double Zero there is really matching him stride for stride there, isn't he? And I think that our attention is going to have to turn to this battle here, and XR is also very close to oh goodness me, look at this, and it's once again that going side by side. Now granting his pass, Jonathan, he moves up into a position. Jonathan down into ninth. He's going to have a look. No, not quite. I thought Jonathan was going to have a comeback there and go back up and under that. That would have been a very brave maneuver there from Jonathan there, but he is dropped down. Remember, Grant is on the softer medium compound tires at this stage, so he has the quicker tires at the moment. Then Andreas then is leading the race in second position. His 00 is over half distance now in this race, as only half distance. My goodness gracious me, action all the way then. And who says that? Who said I missed the gym? Well, who said I even go to the gym? My goodness me, I don't even go to the gym. But if I did go to the gym, if I was a sports buff, which I never will be, I never will be. Of course, the only other time I went to the gym was just to see if there's any snacks in the vending machine. But my goodness me, I'm definitely doing some workout here tonight as they come through the centre as well. Before going over the turn 3, then going over the rumble strips now. It's 00 then. Once again, Andreas there is defending, and New Brandon's got a 3-second penalty. And oh, is he coming out for anything for Andreas there? Is just, I think he's harvesting just enough there, isn't he? Oh, 00 going a bit off the track then as well. It's a battling for the lead here in Brazil. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then look at this, 1/10 of a second, and it's XR is also battling as well. Look, there's Brandon up the road there, as these guys are really starting to bear down on the man who is third in the race at the moment. The man who was claiming that he had sandbags, the man who was claiming he didn't have any sandbags in qualifying. I reckon that the Haas was stuffed full of sandbags in the side pods there. Of course, I'm just bantering there because, of course, if you get sandbags in the side pods, the car will overheat then. Anyway, enough about that. Andreas still leads then. I'm spoiled for choice here in this race at the moment. We got a battle starting to really develop then for 3rd, 4th and 5th position as well. I think Nigel's in a very good position at the moment, actually. He's really started to sneak up, as these safety cars and all the kinds of shenanigans that have gone on. Has really got himself back into play in this race, hasn't he? They come over the start-finish line once again, and 00 just having a look there, showing the nose there to Andreas, who leads this race. Well, look at that sunshine. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? A glorious day here in Sao Paulo. But he's on the Pauling centre exit there, hasn't he? Pauling exit, this centre exit there, and I think he's quite far behind this stage of proceedings. So we're going to leave him to it then. As you look at that 00, gaining so much there on the straight side. Exo's also got a penalty as well, down to 11 cars. And Noble is unfortunately down 11 position. And an unfortunate victim there of a clash between Nigel and LPE, unfortunately. And LPE did retire from that. A heavy smash indeed, wasn't it? Nigel there is really marched on at the moment. He is I think that he is now becoming a very important player in the battle for the lead of this race there, isn't he? He is only 6 seconds away. He's only 7 seconds away there from the leader at the moment. And so Nigel there is really decided to throw his hat in the ring, or his helmet in the ring, hasn't he? And he is definitely very much going to be in the conversation for the winner of this race as well. At the moment, the conversation is only between Andreas and 00. They're very they're trying to get long way into this race. They're trying to get onto the soft tires. Exo's done 11 laps on the soft tires. 00 is trying to have a look. Andreas goes defensive. He tries to block the inside. He's gone wide then. He's going to lose the momentum there. Look at that. He has done an absolutely brilliant ball. And for he had a good coming down into Lake Descendant as 00 takes the lead. Nigel's got a 3-second penalty. 00's got the inside. He takes the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. That has been coming for a couple of laps then. And 00 is away and is back in the lead. He lost the lead under the safety car restart. Now he's back in action as well. He's back in the lead. Can he? Has he got the pace then to get away, stretch away from Andreas? We'll find out in the next couple of laps. And when are they coming in the pit set? As I was saying, then 12 laps Exo's done on the soft compound tires at the moment. Is it going to is it going to be a food for thought then for the guys that are thinking about going to soft tires? That is the question. Well, we've got 15 more laps to go until the end of this race, and once again the sun is just bursting through the clouds, which it's a lovely day here in Brazil, isn't it? I think it's a good opportunity for any of the retired drivers to probably bring on the old Alonso deck chair, isn't it? As it's situated somewhere in the infield, isn't it? Of course, that was from us one of my more favourite qualifying sessions. And the leader's in the pits. 00 is in the pits, and he has to slow down then to the 80 kilometres an hour speed limit. The Williams driver is in the pits now. What tires is he going to go on? Sure, is he going to go on the soft tires, or is he going to play it safe and go on the hard tires? I think the hard tires is probably not a good idea at this stage. There's the red mark soft tires. He is on the soft tires, and the undercut around here can be quite big. Then he needs to get on it quite quickly then, and he doesn't need any traffic either. But look who is coming there. It is the man who is coming to get him, and it is coming to get you. It is and the 00 though does have the inside line coming to get you, does have the momentum as well. And where is he? Look left. There he is. And that's 00 then coming out of the pits now, but he has the advantage. Those soft tires will warm up quite quickly. quickly as well. That is a very important part of the race. When we look back on the post show, we will be talking about that moment quite heavily. I feel that is a very important part. Is that Nigel there is all the back. Exile is really struggling on the soft tires. Those soft tires might be coming to the end of their lifespan. The question I got then is Nigel going to need to come in the pits again? That is the interesting question. If he doesn't, then he is definitely in prime position then for this race win. But my goodness me, the guy's going to be on soft tires behind him, aren't they? Remember, 00 is about 12 seconds away from him, isn't he? So that gap will come down quite heavily. Pit lane then for Andres as well. Brandon is staying out, and he is on the same strategy as the guys who are leading this race. As once again, then there's Nigel running out of room. Then Exile's done 14 laps on the soft tires. Exile will need to come back in the pits. I feel, is he going to go on another set of soft tires? Has he got enough set of soft tires then to get him to the end of the race? Nigel is going to make us through that. He's come out from underneath the rear wing, and as he take the lead coming down to late descent, Brandon is dropped down to second position. Nigel takes the lead then, so Brandon's leading this race. Lasted unfortunately just three corners there, whereas 00 coming now. Andreas coming out of the pits, and he's behind coming to get you. And yeah, that is a very important part of the race, and isn't it? As I said a lap ago, then this is the battle for the moment. And now is Nigel's got some incredible pace at the moment. He's been fantastic. Remember, he qualified second on the grid there, and the pole in first lap there, didn't he? When all kinds of shenanigans going on, but he's doing a fantastic job at the moment, isn't he? He's, I got to say, this is a very strong driver from Nigel. I'm very impressed, actually, at the moment. Really good stuff, how he's kept his head there. Brandon then is really starting to struggle with tyres now, isn't he? I think Exile will probably be struggling as well. He's having 40 laps on the soft tyres. That's a Goliath effort there, isn't it? Andreas has got past, coming to get you. Coming down, goodness me, and then coming on the ass. An incredible manoeuvre. I wish I'd seen more of that. That was an absolutely stupendous manoeuvre there from Andreas on the outside, out of the dive, and that was absolutely incredible stuff. That is bravery at the utmost. That is a Goliath manoeuvre there from Andreas, and he is looking in the pits there, coming to get you now. That's a fantastic manoeuvre, and he is in fourth position, and Cad's got the pace to come to get you there. The racing point cars out of the pits as well. Brandon coming out of the pits then. Oh, this is going to be interesting, because we got Granty and Energetic also coming on the pits as well. Jonathan there is dropped off the back slightly, hasn't he? And look at this then, as look at this, Brandon's out behind, and he's coming out. Look at that McLaren, they're just trying to cut across him then. And Energetic is down for the fifth position, Brandon in sixth position, Granty in seventh position. So Brandon will have the softer tyres, so we'll have the newer tyres. Now we've got Jonathan in eighth position, ninth position is coming to Taichi, 10th position is coming to get you Noble in 11th position as well. This is the battle for the lead then, and it's only 7 tenths of a second, and so those soft tyres are still relatively good nick there, isn't it? A great bit of terminology there for myself. I can't even say the word, can I? Let alone know what it means there. So the question is, Exile going to come in the pits then? Is he? He is rolling the dice. He's in the pits now then, and I'm wondering if he's going to go back on the soft tyres. We'll keep an eye to see what Exile does. And a good race so far from Exile. He pitted under the first safety car, didn't he? And absolutely beautifully well. I think he's got to go on the medium tyres. I'm sure he started on the soft tyres, didn't he, Exile did? Don't quote me on that, guys. I could be completely wrong. But Brandon there is going to go up into fourth position. Yes, he swoops on the outside of the McLaren, and he's up in the fifth position then. No, Exile's on the soft tyres once again. Exile's doing a very good job here today, isn't he? He's doing a fantastic job. Where is he? He's coming out of the pits. He's coming out of the pits, and he's going to get in front there. No, I don't think he's got the inside line, but he hasn't got the momentum. He's going to be behind these guys there as well. As Granty has done 14 laps on those medium tyres. He's doing a great job. Look, there's Exile coming out behind as well. And well then, welcome to the party, Exile. This is going to get very interesting indeed then. This is the close battle on track at the moment. There's Energetic and Granty on very old medium tyres, and look at them as they come through out of turn 5 as well. Good stuff indeed. And he's trying to go on the outside there, but Energetic is still in front of him. And is Exile going to try and get through? Remember, Exile there doesn't want to lose his front nose cone, his front wing, or any wing elements on the back of these two guys. There's on alternative strategies at the moment, aren't they? Andreas is now 9 seconds to gap between Nigel and 00. I wonder if Nigel's thinking about staying out then. He's only got 11 laps to go then. Surely he has to roll the dice. He has to go for the win. He's a racer, isn't he? That's what I'll be doing. But Grant's there giving the McLaren that, and unfortunately because of that, he's spun around 00 side the fast lap of the race, and now Exile is now going side by side with Granty, and he is through and up into 6th position. Granted there is not giving up though. See, look at this. They're all thrown all over McLaren, and they go side by side, going down into turn one. Exile is in the inside. Also, there's contact. I think there was a slight bit of contact, but Granty's through over the 6th position as well. And the poles that are showing some electric pace once again, and both him and Nigel, who's on the front row, have had some incredible race pace here tonight, haven't they? Really good stuff indeed there, but unfortunately, all kinds of shenanigans in the first couple of corners, first couple of laps there have really put pay to what potentially could have been a strong race out here tonight. Remember, Jonathan moved up to 2nd position as well, almost a lifetime ago in this race, where absolutely incredible stuff, how this race has really turned on its head there, incredible. And then they're coming into the first sector as well. Then you can see 4 tenths of a second away at the moment. Then is Granted Exile. Granted that this is the close battle on track at the moment. So they're starting to get some field spray as well. But the leaders of Elite 00 and Andreas and both and Nigel's in the pits. And so he comes to the pits. Then maybe it was too much of a stretch. And he's going to go on the soft tires. I think Nigel's. Where is he going to come out then? And so I think that's now taken Nigel out of the battle for the lead then. And I think that will he be able to get on the podium then? Well, he's still in the pits at the moment, and he's on the soft tires. He's coming out now then, and who's that? Exile's in the pits. Why is Exile in the pits then? Is he down? Was that damage there in the exchange he had earlier on? Nigel is coming out now then. Where is Brandon's through then? Where is Granty? Granty is coming out now. Look left, there's Nigel then, and Exile is coming in the pits. And is he damaged the nose cone? No, he's changing tyres. What's happened to Exile then? That's something went wrong with Exile there, and he is dropped down there. And that is an unscheduled stop there from the Williams driver, and that is a shame there from Exile. He's on a fantastic race. Noble's coming around as now. Is Noble going to Noble's got a 3-second penalty as well, but I think Exile's going to be out in 10th position as well. Was LP is left for session, and in the 12 is our last retirement. Got quite a number of laps ago now, wasn't he? So that's unfortunate for LPE then as well. On board Grant at the moment in the pole sitter, who's done 16 laps on his medium tyres, the 16 laps for Jonathan Cox as well on his hard tyres. Those hard tyres, will it get to the end then? I gotta say, there's only 18 laps on those on the medium on the hard tyres, I think, for Nigel. So I think those medium tyres are not going to pass an MOT test, are they? On Granty's car. So I think that perhaps they're coming to the end of his life then. Are on board Grant as well, but he's still carrying on, isn't he? So he's energetic as well. He's done 10 laps on those medium tyres, and they're now starting to eke away, and they're just trying to eke away to get to the end. Then Kona Getcha is now starting to really catch up on Taichi as well in the battle for 8th and 9th position there. And this is the battle for the lower end of the points where come to get in 3 seconds in front is Jonathan, who's done 17 laps on those at hard tire as well. So come to get you could potentially get both Toro Rossos by the end of this race, and it's a big ask, but I'm sure that coming to get you will definitely give it a we'll definitely give it a go as well. Nigel has got some incredible pace, hasn't he? He's just absolutely stormed up to the back of Brandon. Brandon has had a fantastic drive, hasn't he? He is in 3rd position at the moment, and but I think that Nigel is now about to really cause him some serious pressure there in the battle for the final step on the podium. Back on board coming to get you then, who is also giving Taichi some really cause for concern as well in the battle between for 7th and for 8th and 9th position as well. Back on board with Taichi. With coming to get you, and I think that we're going to be very interested to see how that one plays out. Oops, I'm on the wrong card. Now there is Nigel. Then as he is gaining. Nigel still starting fast on the race. He gets a bonus point. He's on course for 13 points as it stands. Can he get more? Can he get 16 points? Andreas got a 3-second penalty. Is that going to cause him some kind of problems then in the latter stage of the race? And we'll find out. I'm trying to work out who to watch it. I'm really interested then to see what's going to happen then. Nigel's going to have a swoop. No, not quite then. So we're going to come in to get to where is he? He's not there at the whereabouts at the moment. As he just ran out of space there, didn't he? Ran out of road. Then Taichi then is just getting a bit of a wobble then. He's on first laps on those hard tires. Oh, lovely shot here from the rear wing. That's beautiful stuff indeed. And we want to see the front. And it's Taichi who's going to have to go defensive. He doesn't go too defensive. He lets come to get you there. Just squeezes through. He passes Taichi and moves up into 8th position there. Next car is the second Toro Rosso of Jonathan Cox. We'll keep an eye on that battle on the side of the tower then, as the laps starting to tick down quite quickly. Now we're on lap 29 out of 36 then, as we're in the twilight stages of this Brazilian Grand Prix. And this Brazilian Grand Prix has caused the championship, the big championship contenders some real cause of problems, haven't they, here tonight? And this is a big banana skin, isn't it? The Brazilian Grand Prix, of course, there where you can just have a slip up, can't you? Unfortunately, Dan Kuhn wasn't able to get to the end of this race after being involved in some Constantine action as well. But Jonathan, the man who's second in challenge as well, couldn't strike whilst the iron's hot, and he is now in 7th position at the moment. He can, and that might get a bit worse there for Jonathan as well. As Brandon is going to go back on the outside, he's trying to come back on the outside. Look at this, Nigel! Look at that! But there's a whisker between these guys. But Brandon is still in fourth position. Nigel now back up in the third. Good stuff indeed there from Nigel. I'd say that, and I think this is probably one of Nigel's most impressive drives that I've seen in a very long time. Nigel's been absolutely fantastic. This is going to be no interest of Nigel whatsoever. But I think at the moment, as it stands, he is my driver today. He's been absolutely stellar, hasn't he? And that's a very big statement to make, isn't it? Because look at Double Zero. He's had a fantastic drive. Andreas has had a brilliant drive as well, haven't they? Fantastic stuff. And Brandon has been outstanding. Grant T doing a very good job to come back through the field. And remember, Exile, if he didn't have that additional stop, he would have been battling right up. He would have been right up in the thick of things for 4th and 5th position as well. So yeah, there's a lot of guys out there that probably does deserve to drive today as well. But I think Nigel's has been absolutely fantastic today, hasn't he? And we got a lovely shot here from the heart. And just looking back at the rear wing then. But Brandon, there is Mike. He's going to try and prove me wrong here, isn't he? Because look at this, and he's really starting to step up then. And this battle I thought was over. It is not over. One iota. Brandon's not giving up that final step on the podium, is he? And why should he then? Nigel's back down in 4th position, and so Brandon back up in the 3rd position. This is going to be, oh, look at this, he is going to stick on the inside, no way. And Nigel's almost getting on to the old green stuff there, of course, the old turf, and he goes very wide. That's going to lose him a lot of momentum then. Of course, that's not the quickest way around that turn whatsoever then. And lovely shot here, isn't it? Of course, look at this. Look how technical and twisty this circuit is, and look how condensed as well. You see, we're just in on the top of our screen there was the short, well, I said the short blast was the blast from the up until the pit straight as well. As a Double Zero there has really got a bit between his two fence, and he's absolutely flying out there as well. Taichi is now starting to come back out, coming to get you as well. It's very difficult to get all the DRS zone around here, isn't it? From what I've been told from the drivers here, until the DRS zone. Nigel hasn't got DRS. Well, Nigel is in the DRS zone, but he is not using it. We're watching. That's a prime example of the DRS. The wing hasn't opened there. It's Nigel got a problem with the DRS. A failure of the drag reduction system, of course, where the rear wing opens and it reduces the drag then, so that's not good at all then, is it? And look at Taichi, he's having another look on the inside there. We've seen a flash of Williams in the background as well. That is Exile. I think we've got our final showdown for the final couple of laps then for 8th, 9th and 10th position there. Keeping on Exile, he is going to be lightning quick, isn't he? I think he's had to put an old set of soft tires on because of that additional stop there, didn't he? I wonder if he had a puncture perhaps then. What a shame there for Exile then. And look at this, that coming to get you. It's got a force out wide. Oh, a bit of wheel banging there as well. It's coming to catch her. It's getting a bit robust. Getting his elbows out there, isn't he? As he comes out of turn 6 then. And then coming to get you. He's not giving up this anytime soon, is he? It really isn't, is he? They're coming into the technical section as well. We leave them to it as they're back with his battle here. Brandon might have a advantage here. Nigel hasn't got his DRS set. It's the DRS back now. Let's look at that rear wing. Is it open? No, it's not. Nigel, of course, was in the DRS zone. Of course, you have to be under a second. But Nigel, unfortunately, is now going to have that problem, and that is really hurting him, isn't it? In the battle for the final podium position. That might help Brandon. This might be Brandon's day after all. Absolutely fantastic stuff from the Haas drive. Brilliant stuff from Brandon's day. And maybe I might have to change my drive today, Pet, because I think that Brandon's done a good job as well, hasn't he? So Nigel there is really having some issues now, isn't he? And look at this, Taichi is going on the inside there, but it's coming to get you. Slams the door shut then, but now he will. I think Taichi does have DRS. That is it. That's what Nigel has got. It's the DRS. Drag reduction system. He goes on the inside, comes down to late descent. Taichi is through and up into 8th position. Time to get you. Oh goodness me! Right on the gearbox and on the diffuser of the Toro Rosso, isn't he? Look at this, he's pushing on the hill. Look in the background. That is a Williams of Exile then, who is trying to come back at these guys after having an extra pit stop there. an unscheduled pitch stop, I believe it was, wasn't it? So that's unfortunate. Look at the clouds. Oh, we got DRS. Nigel's back within the DRS zone now, and let's see then. Can this again back on the rostrum then? With just 3 laps to go in this race, so he's got, I would say, he's got about six realistic opportunities in the center S set. That is, we're down to 5 now. What about then the next opportunity? This is coming down to Lake Descent. Brandon probably feels it now. He feels it at the DRS there. There's a on board then with Nigel. They come back. And that is a beautiful, piece of camera work there as well. Just so Nigel's got a 3-second penalty. Look at these guys battling here for us, 8th, 9th, and 10th position there. Just as fraught as it is for the battle for the final podium, as it is for the lower points as well. It's been absolutely fantastic stuff as well. And look at this, he's coming out of turn 3 as well. On board, Dennis, he's coming down to Lake Descent. Exile going up in the 9th position. He is up in the 9th position. Now he's coming to get you going, come back out. No, Exile did an absolutely splendid job there of just keeping the door shut there. It's a good stuff indeed there for Exile, and he is up in the 9th position, but coming to get you is not going to be deterred one iota, is he? 00's got the gap up to 5.5 seconds now. As the Andreas is second there, Brandon is third, and Nigel's fourth. This is the now Nigel's starting to become very menacing in the wing mirrors of the Haas there, isn't he? Of course, Brandon overtook him, didn't he? And Nigel was unable to get through. He's got to have a look. He's got to have a look down to the center side. Where are they? No, Brandon gives him just about a car's width. No more, no less. Brilliant stuff as well. No core given here in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Then coming down to Lake Descent one more time. No, 2 more times. Nigel, oh, look at this. They're so close, and he's up the inside. He passes Brandon and moves up into 3rd position. Now can Brandon stay with him coming out of the technical part as well? XR, where is he? XR, oh, he's out of look on the inside. And now coming to get, he's on the inside. He squeezes through, and he passes it. A very opportunistic maneuver there from coming to get you. Fantastic stuff indeed there. And this is helping Taiji there keep his 8th position balance and come back down into turn 4. Now XR side by side coming to get you, but coming to get you stays in 9th position then as it stands, and he has got 1 more lap then to Paulo. Taiji's got a 3-second penalty. That might cost him that position there as well then. As you can see, I think they're actually gapped absolutely beautifully well here at the moment, aren't they? So good stuff indeed then, because I might actually see the race when they cover the line as well. Good stuff indeed down there. Coming out to that line then, as Brandon there is just trying to give Nigel a cause for the concern. And on the last lap here in Brazil, and then look at those 3 cars, and that is getting very tasty indeed. And it's a look at that all. But I'm going to just flip back to Nigel, because Nigel there is really just getting defensive energy. Because I think that now then has that is good. Then Nigel survived the one of the major scares then around this track, and I think that can Nigel come home and dry? That is the question there as well. And it's coming now down into turn 1 then, and at the moment, and they was well, that was a bit more calm than what I thought it'd be. Actually, I thought it was going to be a bit more action packed there. Now then, Taiji then is Taiji is still in 8th position. I think he's repelled this attack incredibly well. Jonathan's done an absolutely amazing job to beat 24 laps on those on those hard tires, and Grandy's done an absolutely exceptional job being on those tires and on those tires for 25 laps, and that's a brilliant effort there from both Jonathan and Granty, especially the Granty. 25 laps on medium tires. 00 coming through to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. Absolutely fantastic drive from 00. Andreas coming through to finish in 2nd position. Nigel has had an incredible drive to finish in 3rd in the end, but no, Brandon finishes 3rd there on penalties. Good driving there from Brandon. Fantastic stuff. Pole position Granty there, very close to Nigel there, only a 2nd back then. Now we've got Energetic in the 6th position then. Jonathan coming through to finish in 7th position in the Toro Rosso. 8th, and then 8th, 9th, and 10th, and a Lionel Stern, then, isn't they? So it's Taichi. Then it's coming to get you. So it's coming to get you. Who'll be 8th? 9th position is Exile. Taichi is 10th. Can Noble get that final point in 11th position? And as you can see, then he is just. I think he might be slightly too far back then to get the remaining point. Then. Oh, and that is the end of Friday night racing here. Oh goodness me! And I gotta say, I'm absolutely knackered. Then, so I'm going to. I'm going to just have a lie down, I think, because I am absolutely tired. Incredible stuff here in the Brazilian Grand Prix. It was action all the way, wasn't it? And a 0-0 there is the man on top of the podium, on top of the rostrum. And once again, I've been watching too much MotoGP, haven't I? So good stuff indeed there from 0-0. Brilliant stuff indeed. Great driving between themselves and Andreas. Very good safety car restart from Andreas. Brilliant stuff indeed. And Brandon, maybe he might be taking my crown for driver of the day. Then I did say Nigel, perhaps I'm going to change it. It's between Nigel and Brandon for me. Then brilliant stuff indeed. I might change my mind again because of the when the final results come out as well, which are going to come out now. And there is the final classification then from the Brazilian Grand Prix. Hats off to Grant Boy and Energetic. No penalties at all there. And that almost to pay dividends for Grant here. And 25 laps on medium tyres as well. Outstanding stuff. 0-0 won the race then from 4th on the grid. Andreas from them from the grid to 2nd. Brilliant stuff. Then Brandon from 13th to 3rd. Outstanding. Nigel in 4th position there, but he had a comeback drive, didn't he? 5th position Brandon. 6th position Granty. 5th position Granty. 6th position Energetic. Jonathan 7th coming to get you 8th. 9th Exile. 10th is Taiji. Noble in 11th position. Retirements LP, Indigo, Sam, Ross, Hunter, Murphy, Ollie, Nosey, and unfortunately Games who had a DNS. What a shame now. Absolutely fantastic race here tonight. Absolutely. Thank you all for joining us. It's been action-packed all the way. And also brilliant driving as well from the Silver Boys as well. Join us next Friday. We'll be having some more for Friday night racing. We're presented by RRC. Thank you.